Good evening, Syed. Vivek, Akshata, Tahseen, Taran. Welcome to you all. So, good evening to all of you. So, I am fine, thank you. So, I am fine, thank you, thank you. As your friends are all joining, any doubts, issues, or concerns before we officially begin today's class? Let's we have a casual conversation. How is your studies going? By mistake, are you going through the syllabus that is given by the UPSC, ethics, integrity, and aptitude syllabus? Are you looking at the previous year questions? Are you trying to attempt them? And then you are facing any challenges and any other doubts related to the previous session. So yesterday we discussed positive attitude, and in that there is one thing called acceptance. So sometimes we keep on worrying about the things which are not in our control. Okay, so let's we focus on the things which are in our control. There is no doubt you need to get the books actually, but just worrying about the factors which are not in actually, and that's wrong. So along with the reference books that we give, at least you have to buy one more book actually, and there are some materials that are already available in the market. We are giving the classes, homeworks, and all. So I'm not saying that it will not be done, it will be done, but we should focus on the things which are already there within our control. So why the language of Subbarao sir book is difficult? But because it is a book, that's why it is difficult. It's class, it is easy. So that's why I suggested, Mr. Vivek ji, it is advisable to use that book only as a reference. Actually, you should not read, because from examination perspective, it is not necessary to read that book from first page to last page. Understand? Go through our class notes, add few more examples. We are giving examples actually. Observe from the current affairs, history, mythology, general observation, and add few more example. Try to solve the previous year questions, and that will help you. Why to make the life complicated? Any other doubts, issues, or concerns from the previous session? Good evening, Sakshi. So 2 more minutes. If you have any other doubts, issues related to the subject, you can ask. Ethics notes are there available. For ethics notes, you have to refer to the blog, that is Ethics and Essay by Sri. How to be good in ethics and gain interest? To gain interest, Tanu, you have to attend our classes. To be good in ethics, once again, the basics is attending all the sessions from day 1 to day 15. Then on day 15, we'll tell you few things to follow. You have to follow. Start watching the videos that we have been suggesting, looking at the previous year questions and trying to solve them. All this will help, develop a curiosity and interest to read this ethics. Okay, so hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to you all for the class of ethics, integrity, and aptitude. We have started our journey yesterday with the topics. One minute. So, attitude. So, attitude. Try to recall the definition of attitude that we have discussed yesterday. And we have seen that once you know the attitude, there are associate terms that can be created with the help of attitude. So, one is something called as positive attitude. Once you know positive attitude, you can also create what is this negative attitude. We discussed about political attitude. So try to recall some key points that is associated with political attitude and recall the moral attitudes. Just a key points that should be keep on coming through. Don't look at the notes actually. Just close your eyes and try to recall if possible. Or think about bureaucratic attitude and the democratic attitude. Recall the components of attitude. Think about the functions of attitude. Try to recall the four functions. Try to recall the relationship of attitude with behavior. And we discussed about social influence. Try to recall the social influence. So, attitude is a positive or negative opinion about a place, person, thing, event, or an idea. It is just our mindset towards everything that we see and observe. It is expected that you should have a positive attitude, while specifically the positive attitude refers to these qualities. When you say positive attitude, you are expected to have optimism, acceptance. Can you recall like others? Resilience, gratitude. In our life, we come across many problems. That is common because we are human beings. Most of animals appear to live happily because they just focus on how to get food, how to sleep, how to defend itself from the other enemies, how to give, how to attract the other partner actually, or how to impress the mate, giving birth to the next generation, taking care of them. That's most animals and birds do, and they're happy. Many human beings, we can be happy with all of this actually, but we want to achieve so many things. In the process, we may complicate. We have created all these advancements so that we can be happy, but we have so many problems that animals may not even think of. As a human beings, we worry sometimes that we are in a dark color. No animal may worry that it is in a dark color. Sometimes we worry that we are losing our hair and or we are getting big belly. No animals may worry that they know hairs are falling or hairs are becoming gray or the big tummy that they're having. We worry that other person is not sending good morning to us. I don't think any animal or bird worry that they're not getting the good morning messages from their partners. So in the process of advancement, the very purpose of advancement is only to get happiness, more and more happiness, more and more comfortable life. But somehow in the process of becoming advancement, we also made complicated our life. So that's why we face problem. We want to achieve the goals in our life, and the problems will come. In spite of those problems, you should still move ahead by looking at the opportunities that is available, and that's simply called optimism. There are many things which are not in our control. Suppose I'm working hard in an organization, that is in my control. But in spite of me, they tell, sir, from tomorrow you no need to come to the organization because we found a better faculty. Just for example, whether they will keep me or not, it is not in my control. So I should not be worrying about it. So many times when we give, that's called as acceptance. So we should not worry about the things which are not in our control. So many times, because in this so-called achieving the goal, we face many setbacks, failures, and everything. It's okay. That's common. We face the failure actually. And as early as possible, we should bounce back and continue our journey. And that's called resilience. If we are happy and comfortable today, thanks to many people, starting from our parents, our siblings, the religion, the law of the land, and the society, educational institution, auto drivers, Swiggy, Zomato, hotels, pubs, clubs, actually, all these people have contributed for our happiness. Let's will have, spare some time to appreciate the contribution of all these people in our life. And that's simply called gratitude. Opposite of this is negative attitude. We have mindset about everything. My mindset about politicians, political parties, and political issues, known as political attitude. There are so many principles which talks about what is right and wrong. I may have inclined to few principle. I may want to go away from the few ethical principle which I do not agree, and they are called as moral principle. As a civil servant, I may think that my duty is to give priority to the law of the land. I should strictly follow the laws, rules, regulation. I should give importance to the objectivity, neutrality, and the confidentiality. Then I am a civil servant with bureaucratic attitude. As a civil servant, if I think that I need to give priority to the needs and expectation of people, when we take decision, we should encourage the more and more people participation. We should have compassion and tolerance when we do our duty. Then I'm a civil servant with a democratic attitude. Rather than just being at any extreme, it is important to balance both of them. There are three components of attitude: cognitive component, affective component, behavioral component. Our knowledge or belief about something is called cognitive component. Our emotions or feeling towards something is called affective component. Based on that, we tendency to reply to a situation or act in a particular situation. The tendency to act is generally called behavioral component. Well, there are many benefits of attitude. With this attitude, I can understand other people. When we talk to them, we know their attitude, we can understand who are they. We can predict their behavior and can take appropriate action to deal with their behavior. Okay, that's called knowledge function. Having certain attitude increases my importance to myself, so that I can leave actually protect my ego, or I can feel superior towards myself. That's called ego defensive attitude. Having certain attitude, it increases my acceptance in the society. I can get more respect in the society. That is called as utility function. Many times I may have to change my attitude so that I can get more acceptance in the society. That is why utility function is also called as adjustment function. When I express my opinion or take a decision, and I am also expressing what are my values, what are the qualities that I consider as an important. So that's called as value expression function. Usually, whenever we behave in a certain situation, that people can see an external component that is influenced by the internal component known as an attitude. But do all our behavior depends only on the attitude? Not necessarily. There are many other factors will play an important role when we behave along with the attitude. Some of the important things are expectation of significant others, consequences of decision making, motivation, and opportunity. We as a human beings, we live in a society. We have certain opinions, emotions, beliefs. But when you interact with the other people, when we observe them, watch a documentary related to them, watch movies, and study them, there is so much of impact on us. There is a slight change in our opinions, beliefs, emotion after interacting with the other people. And in this process, we also might influence other people's opinion, beliefs, and the emotions towards particular issues. And that's called as social issues. We have understood the concept of social issues with the help of Mahatma Gandhiji's example, 1901 Kolkata open defecation. We will look at the incidents of Rahul Kumar, Gopalganj, Bihar, Sunita. We have understood the example of Prashant Nair, Kerala, Operation Pond Cleaning, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, etc. These are all the things that we have discussed yesterday. Let's we go ahead. And once again, any doubts from all of this before we go ahead? Did you understood now? Those who have attended yesterday, and this is a small recap actually, hope that was beneficial for you so that you will get more clarity about today's components. Sir, give example of gratitude. So one student wants to know, sir, give example of gratitude. Western society, they celebrate Thanksgiving Day. It's like, for example, gratitude is very simple. Where we recall, we say Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava. If we are happy today, thanks to our parents actually, from the day we are born actually, till certain age actually, or even today, they have taken care of so much. They spend their money, time, and emotions towards us. Recalling that for a second, appreciating that actually is known as gratitude. Suppose I'm staying in Bangalore. Because of some work, we go to Chennai and come back. Thanks to the law and order that is keeping us actually, so that is helping me to the safe travel and coming back to the place that I want to. So appreciating the law and order system. So when we have gratitude, what is the benefit? When I know that thanks to this law and order, I'm able to do so many things actually. I can travel, go back to the places I want, go to movie, that this, everything. I will make sure that I'm not violating the law and order. Because of the same law and order, I'm getting the benefits. When we recall the parents actually and their contribution, everything, we develop so much of respect and we want to take care of them. No girl or boy yellow from the actually parents actually, just because somebody who got they know about that person from last 1 year by forgetting all the sacrifices parents have done. So that is a power of gratitude. So we can, thanks to the environment, we can thanks to the law and order, we can thank the auto driver who helped us to travel. We can thank the Uber actually taxi driver or Ola taxi driver. We can thankful to the Swiggy and Zomato if they are bringing food to us. When we eat the food, we actually sometimes we do namaskaram and eat. That is showing a gratitude to the people who contributed to that food. Clear? Every day it should be practiced by prayer. Super. Okay, let's begin today's journey. Let's start or continue the today's journey. So now we are going with the persuasion. Persuasion. It's audible, right? Let's go ahead. You have to keep participating. Yes, thank you, Vedashri and Sakshi and others. Thank you. Now listen to me. What is persuasion? Let's we understand what is persuasion. So as you know, like in offline, we can see whether you are listening to us, what's your emotions and everything. In online, we don't know whether you are listening, whether it's making you sense or not. So please try to have a device where you can type easily. Keep often actually, whenever times comes, keep responding whether you are understanding clear or something, so that we'll get more clarity and we'll go ahead with our journey. Thank you. Now listen to me. So before you go through this slide of persuasion, listen to this conversation. Imagine it is Sunday morning. Because you have every day you are attending the classes from Saturday, Monday to Friday, and Saturday you have prepared for the test tomorrow, Sunday's test and everything. You thought that Sunday I will wake up very late actually and enjoy the Sunday. So let me give some rest to my body and mind, everything. Your parents actually, they wanted to go for some function and they invited you. You told, no, no, sorry, I want to give rest to my body actually and mind. I'll not come anywhere. Please, you go. So you are sleeping alone at home. Somebody started ringing the bell. You wake up and array early morning, who is disturbing this year? So let me sleep. So you have ignored that and you sleeping. Once again, he started ringing the bell. Array, this person has disturbed my sleep. Let me actually go and see who is that person. So he'll wake up and see, array, early morning 9:30, somebody is disturbing this actually. Okay, what to do? I'll wake up. So he'll wake up and you'll open the door actually and see. The other side of the door, there is the person, like me, who is wearing this waistcoat and all with some books in his hand and say, hi, madam, good morning. We'll assume that here is a madam. You can also call it as a sir if you're in that place. So, hi, madam. Good morning. What? Good morning, man. You disturbed my sleep early in the morning, actually. See, you look like you have come to sell the books. I don't want any books, actually. Please go, man. Don't disturb. Oh, ma'am, I'm sorry to disturb your beautiful sleep. And I think anyhow you wake up actually. And it is not compulsory to buy this book, madam. I'll give you some information about this. Only if you like, you can buy. Otherwise, it's fine, madam. Array, don't want any of these books, man. Okay, anyhow, I already actually my sleep got disturbed. Whatever you want to tell for 3 minutes, and please leave from here. Once again, I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. Ma'am, listen to me. See, general knowledge is very important in our life. Whether you are a student or actually working professional, whether you are working in a private sector or a government sector, this, general knowledge plays very important role. Hey, hey, stop, man. You know who am I? I'm preparing for civil service examination. Actually, I have studied Lakshmikant, NCRT books, and so many other books. The NCRT history, ancient, medieval. So many books I have studied, and these small general knowledge books, what they will tell me extra that I don't know. Oh, once again, I'm happy to know that actually you are preparing for civil service exam, ma'am. If you don't mind, may I ask you some questions? You want to test me? Okay, test. Anyhow, I have a test tomorrow actually or today. Let me try start with you only. Ask any question. Ma'am, do you know which is the national sports of India? And what is the answer? Just try for. So this person is asking what is the national sports. As many of you, he said, she says, "Are I know this. I have studied in childhood. Actually, hockey is the national sports. Sometime we also consider kabaddi as the second national sports of India." Ma'am, I'm sorry to say that actually India has no national sports. India wants to encourage all other sports and diversity of the sports. That is why we do not have any particular sports as a national sports. If you don't mind, may I ask you some other question? Okay, this is silly question actually. Ask me some better questions actually. Okay, ma'am. Imagine water which is at 0 degrees Celsius. Water is 0 degrees Celsius. And when we start heating the water which is at 0 degrees Celsius, do you think it will contract or it will expand? Will it contract or expand? That's the question. And answer is okay. As many of you are saying, she also said, see, what is this? When we start heating, it will expand it actually. What is so great in that? This person said. Once again, I'm sorry to disagree with you, ma'am. See, water has a maximum density at 4 degrees Celsius. Now, when water is 0 degrees Celsius, that is in the ice form. So that has a less density. So it has highest density at 4 degrees Celsius. So when we start heating, first 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, it will get contract. And after the 4 degrees Celsius, it will expand. This is called anomalous behavior of water. And for the same reason, you see ice cubes many times they float on the water. Why? Because it has less density. While the water below that it has more density. So we very coolest water maybe 4 degrees Celsius, which has high density, and the ice cubes has less density. That is why it float, ma'am. This is called anomalous behavior of water. So in this way, ma'am, many times we think so many things, but we know, but we may not know. Suppose in geography you study Tropic of Cancer, Capricorn at 23 and a half. But why only 23 and a half? Why not 20, 25? Same way Arctic, Antarctic Circle. Like that, you might have 100 questions in you. All the answer you will find it here. Normally the price is 500 rupees, ma'am, but for you, and especially we recently celebrated Republic Day and we are celebrating 75 years of Indian independence, and you are preparing for civil service examination. We are giving you at a great discount for only 350 rupees, ma'am. Would you like to buy this? And suppose if after all this, if this girl is decided to buy actually, this is called persuasion is succeeded. Now, whatever happened here, actually, if you observe, this is called persuasion. Manavalike anta karitare. What is this persuasion? Persuasion is an art of changing the attitude and or behavior of others. It is an art of changing the attitude and or behavior of others. And this persuasion is a deliberate attempt. Now, see, as a marketing guy, I deliberately, intentionally want her to bring this change. Earlier, she was not ready to buy. Now, after this, I want her to change her mindset so that she will buy. So, I am deliberately trying this. Persuasion happens so many times. As a politician, I may try to persuade you so that you vote for me. Suppose you are all civil service aspirant, you are attended our workshops actually. Now I may persuade you so that you will join our coaching institution. Those people who buy the vegetables actually, they may persuade you so that you buy the vegetables. Suppose on the weekend your parents want you to go for some Ayodhya, and but you don't want to come, then your parents persuade you so that you will join them actually in the religious trip or something. So there is a persuasion happening. There are other people who may be trying to persuade us, or we may be trying to persuade other people. We want to change certain mindset or the behavior of the people. Even the very that person behavior, earlier she decided actually not to buy, now she was able to buy. That's because it's by deliberate attempt. And here I am not forcing her, you should buy book, otherwise I will kill you. Or that is called coercion. When you force somebody to do something, bring the changes in attitude, that is called coercion. We are not doing coercion. We are explaining with the help of logic. So I am convincing why she should buy this book, what benefit she will get it. Usually, in order to persuade, we should have a communication skills or the oration skill, the way of communicating the skill. And there'll be a clear and well organized message. Like, first, what should I tell? Then, how she might respond. And for this response, what may be my response? So, there's sometimes these marketing guys and everything, the politician and all these people, they're well trained to respond. They will have a clear and well organized message. Mom persuading me for an ugly vegetable. What is this ugly vegetable? So that they don't do murder. Huh? Can we change the attitude of terrorists actually so that they don't do the murder? We may try, but they're already persuaded by other people so strong that actually they may kill that other person. In fact, as you rightly said, the terrorist persuasion is so powerful thing. You can make a common person into a Mahatma Gandhi. You can also make the common person into a terrorist. You can make a person into a Baba Amte, you can make a person into a Osama bin Laden actually. So normally it is said that in Kannada, Manavalikeಯಿಂದ ಬೋಡು ತಲೆಯವನಿಗೆ ಬಾಚಣಿಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. So with the help of persuasion, you can sail a comb to a person who has no hairs at all. And you are persuading power so much, this person will buy the comb and go home and see, Arey, why I never needed this also because I don't have any hair only. So that is, you can fool the people, you can cheat the people, manipulate the people, you can make them, motivate them so that they will become great people. You can motivate them to become terrorists. So they're already so motivated. If somebody want to become terrorist, somebody else has got persuaded them so that they're ready to sacrifice their life. And that is such a great persuasion. But great at that is means in a negative sense actually. Okay, so but you as a civil servant should have a very great persuader and use it for positive things. Okay, why are you asking such question? It is February. Don't break our confidence for that. Okay, so don't worry, UPSC don't ask such silly question. As she felt, these are silly questions. They may not ask. Actually, we'll assume that if you don't know, it's an opportunity to learn. That's all. What is the difference between influence and persuasion? I will tell Kamalapal. Just it is on the way. It is coming. Hey, come. Okay, after this slide, it will come. It seems there I will explain to you. Now, if we want to persuade somebody, there are two factors which play a very important role in persuasion. Two factors. One is who is communicating. Who is communicating? Like who is persuading? Then how that person is persuading. Focus here. There are two factors that decides the persuasion. One is who is persuading and how that person is persuading. Who and how, these are the two factors that influences persuasion. And there are three tools of persuasions are there. These are called as the three tools of persuasion. Tools of persuasion. What are those three? Ethos, pathos, and logos. What are the two factors actually which play a very important role in the persuasion? So that is who is saying and how that person is communicating. Who has to tell ethos? Ethos says that it is trying to answer who should persuade others. In generally, Anybody, like the person who is persuading should have a credibility. When I say credibility, what does mean? The audience who are listening to that, the audience should have a trust on that person. That's called credibility. So, for example, in generally, the trust may come from various sources. When Sadhguru talks about the religious issues, spirituality, and all, people listen because common people in generally have a credible trust towards the Sadhguru. And the person who has some authority, like normally, for example, we talk about something about health tips somebody is giving, actually how to eat, when to eat the food, how to eat the food, and good things. Somebody who has done already mbbs or a doctor or some, they have done phd issues related to that, they got authority, and when they say, people will listen. And the third quality can be personal achievement, but they have achieved themselves. Like for example, how to prepare for this examination. Maybe somebody who cleared this examination, when they say, or a topper, like we say top interaction with topper, we'll also invite many times. When they say, that will be more persuading power. So one whom you trust, or one who has authority, or one who has achieved itself. Like for example, if Virat Kohli talks about what is fitness and all, many people will listen to that because he is known for his fitness. He has achieved it actually, and that's why. So one is ethos. Ethos actually means character. Here in this context, ethos as a tool, it talks about who should persuade. One who has a credibility, one who has authority, or the personal achievement. Generally, if any of these, people would like to get persuaded easily. Now it says that, for example, now you are all attending our workshops, and our intention is that we should persuade in such a way that you join our coaching institution. Just hypothetical situation. Now we will invite the people who have cleared through our institution, and if that person is coming and he is telling that actually I have joined this institution, they've guided me and everything, that who is telling? The person who is already cleared actually telling and everything, and that's why that is called ethos. First one. And then, like for example, now we suppose we come to the logos. Logos means actually when we are trying to persuade them, we should explain to them logically using the data, facts, numbers actually if required, or even generally logically. For example, if we again conducting the workshop, another person may come and tell, see, if anybody want to clear this examination, what is required? First, you need to understand the syllabus. We have the faculties across India, the best and the best of the people. They will come and they will take you classes. They'll make sure that you will understand the syllabus. First point. Then it is very important that you may maintain the motivation throughout the journey. So we have mentors and other counselors actually who are ready to help you whenever you are in need. Second, and we need to make sure that whatever you are learned actually, is it really applicable at the UPSC level or not. So we'll conduct weekly tests actually, both prelims and mains, so you can cross check. When you are demotivated, talk to our mentors, counselors or something. So generally, so I'm using all this logic and then convincing you that you join our coaching institution, and that we, okay, logically everything that is required to clear exam is available here. That is called logos. And then when we are trying to persuade them, you can try to change their emotion with some stories. For example, we tell, just for example, see this, in this board you can see many toppers who have cleared this examination. This person, she got 43rd rank in the last year, last examination that is conducted. When I remember some 2 3 years before, she has come to our institute, office, to get admission into our coaching institution. At that time, she did not even know what is UPSC, what is IAS, difference between UPSC and IAS also. But she saw some movie and wanted to clear this examination. And also, we observed that she is from a very poor community. Her father is a farmer. They did not have much money. We conducted some test actually, but she has some good general knowledge. She got very good marks, so we are given her a scholarship also. Then she was started attending our classes, and she was studying more than 8 hours per day, entire focus. Whenever she get a doubt, she used to talk to the teachers after the classes and make sure that her doubts are cleared. She has completed NCRT and so many references book that we suggested actually. She was so well prepared that actually she had a plan ready for the next 3 months, and whenever a new source come, actually she will take only after completed the previous course and everything. Our father was also had a dream about her and everything, but after all that, again she took the prelims actually for more preparing for more than 1.5 years, but she couldn't able to clear the prelims, and she was confused. We also felt very bad that how can she couldn't clear, but she did not, demotivated. She continued to prepare. Next year, actually this year, that's when we, she was able to attend. She cleared at once, prelims, mains, interview, and everything. So when you say that stories actually with some more time, now we have a less time, that's why we went first. Otherwise, in detail and all the difficulties that she undergone, it change brings the changes in emotion, and people like feel that wow, we should join this institution. So in this way, who is telling, how they are telling actually, and by using ethos, pathos, logos, we can persuade the other people. So what is a persuasion? It is an art of changing the attitude and or behavior of other people. It's a deliberated attempt. It involves usually the reasoning, oration skill, clear and well organized messages, and it has three tools. Ethos, it talks about who should tell. Normally, so who should persuade? One who has credibility, authority, or the personal achievement. In generally, this is more persuading. Well, pathos try to change the emotions in the people. So through the stories. And the logos is actually logical through the facts, data, and numbers. Are we clear about this slide before we go ahead? If some website says actually suppose hockey, don't worry, you cross check. No, now how you know this, actually go to Google and see whether we have a national sports or not. So you get an opportunity to know and verify. And it's good actually, any website, any faculty says something, and if you suppose you have a different opinion, don't worry about it. So it's an opportunity. Now open source is available, cross check. Blessings. You persuaded me, sir, to listen to ethics classes with active attention. Okay. Please explain pathos and logos, Satakshi. So here the pathos and logos try to tell how do we have to persuade other people. In generally, if you want to bring the changes in the attitude other people, try to change their emotions, try to bring some new emotions into them. Actually, one way is actually telling story. Like storytelling is also an art actually related to any speech that you give. TED Talks, if you give, many people tell the stories. And every story is not necessary just imaginary. Some may be real stories, we say, some are imaginary stories, some may be combination of this actually. The storytelling is there, that when they when they're listening to them, whatever the state of mind, there'll be a slight change in the way they look at these emotions. That is pathos. And when you are convincing them, they try to use the logic why they have to change that, convince them actually what is the benefit they get by changing that. If required, use facts, data, and numbers to convince them. That is called this. When we tell these stories, Mustafa, they're emotionally connected. Actually, array, correct. Actually, she was faced so many difficulties, and she was able to clear. Even if we try, array, this girl who did not even know what is this UPSC and IAS, that is without any knowledge, within 2 3 years she was able to clear. So that gives her a confidence in convincing the people. Is this ethical or not? Actually, that is subjective. It depends upon how you are persuading, what is your intention, for whom you are persuading. As I told, all of these tools, like especially persuasion, you can use to cheat the people, manipulate people, and also to empower the people. So whether persuasion is ethical or not, it depends upon the person who is persuading. And if you are the person who is somebody is trying to persuade you, you should be aware whether to get persuaded or not. It should be in your control as a civil service aspirant. Persuasion is itself is not a negative word. When I use actually for a cheating you, then it's called manipulation. If I force you, that is called coercion. Actually, it can be positive or the negative. Okay, let's we go back, or let's we go ahead. Now we have discussed the three example for social influence. See, generally, though we say persuasion can all this, actually every advertisements you see, they are all persuasion. They are trying to change your mindset, attitude, and our behavior. Why you should use Santur soap only, so that you look very young. That's a kind of persuasion through the video they are making. You use this actually perfume or deodorant when you are walking, all the girls will follow you. So they're trying to change your mindset actually, so that you will buy that particular perfume. All these advertisements are trying to persuade. So try to know about these three advertisements actually, that you can use it in our examination. So if you type these words, you will get these advertisements in Google. So one is actually called Two Bins Life Wins. This is one persuasion. Any idea actually what is this issue maybe? Social influence as from the within, I feel, and the persuasion, we need an external factor. I will tell Vedastri. Okay, note down this two bins life wins. Just guess actually from the words two bins life wins actually. Yes, as many of you are guessing, this is an video or an advertisement actually. In fact, they're trying to persuade you to use the two dustbins. At home, actually, everybody should use the two dustbins. One is for a wet waste, another is for dry waste minimum. So that you are helping in the process of solid waste management, and somebody who has to get into the drainage to clean that actually, and many times they will lose their life because they're exposed to the poisonous gases, liquid and everything. So you can save those people just by actually maintaining the two dustbins. So watch this video after the class. If you type it in the Google, you will get it. Another one actually, project is Sridhan. Any idea what this advertisement may be? Cigarette versus sanitary pads. Okay. Here it specifically talks about, yeah, separation of waste. Okay, Vedashree, that's good. Any others have any idea what this may be? Project Sridhan. Sridhan. In order to avoid as a civil services, can we try to talk less with the person who is persuading us? No need, Kalyani. Let you talk actually. See, I may try to persuade you a lot, but when you feel that you should have a clarity, just because I know selling the products which are good at the product, you should not buy. You should also have clarity what to buy, what not to buy, and everything. No matter how persuading, like suppose I'm buying a product which you are very clear you don't want, you may say, sir, thank you. I know all these benefits of this product, but for now, I don't want to buy this. That's all. So you talk, no need to avoid them. No, it's all about being strong so that you do not get persuaded. Okay, fine. Okay, this is about project Sridhan. Usually, Sridhan means wealth of a woman. So, in generally, many women invest their money on buying the gold as a metal, which increases their outer beauty. Now, this project Sridhan highlights that actually you have to invest your money along with the gold in another metal you want to invest, that is iron. So, because according to this data, close to 50% of the Indian women, so one woman in every two women are facing the anemia, and one of the main reason for this anemia is iron deficiency. So that is why try to take iron. Of course, not directly taking the metal iron. There are many foods which are rich in iron, which according to this video, the watermelon, pomegranates, maize, corn, fish, almonds. So watch this video, you will get it. That is also a persuasion so that you eat more and more iron rich foods. And the another one is mard that we recommended to you earlier. This is also a kind of persuasion where it is about respecting the woman, redefining the concept of mard. So it is a men against rape and discrimination. These are the three important example. You can add few more. So these are all the methods of trying to persuade the people. This is example for persuasion. Now going into further. Okay, two wins, life wins, projects three, then Mard actually. So where they want to redefine the concept of Mard, a real Mard is a one who is not just having the big mustaches, one who controls his wife. No, that is not a Mard. One who is able to give birth to the kids. That is not a Mard actually. One who respects a woman. Respecting women means respecting her body, respecting her mind, respecting her choices in different roles that you play as a man actually. If she feels that comfortable to stay feel with you, if she feels comfortable to stay with you, if she feel more confident to be with you, then you are a real murder. So know more about and make a simple video about all these three, and these are the example of persuasion. If the question demands, you should be able to try to write it. Now we will go ahead and what is the difference or relationship between the social influence. See this. This is social influence and this is persuasion. What does it mean? Even persuasion is also a kind of social influence. But social influence, this actually under this, whatever we are having, this can also happen voluntarily. Like if you remember the case, the example that we have seen, Mahatma Gandhiji, he started cleaning this actually, cleaning the feces and everything. The other people voluntarily, there with their free will actually, no attempt. He did not deliberately try. He was trying to clean. Other people change their mindset. It has happened through the free will. Mahatma Gandhiji's example. Same is actually we have seen Rahul first actually he did eat the food prepared by her. Then other people influenced by that, they are affected by that and they also consider same way actually. But here in persuasion, I am doing deliberate attempt. This persuasion is also a kind of social influence. Social influence is a broader which can happen voluntarily or the deliberately. Somebody, Mahatma Gandhi has written a book like My Experiments with Truth. Just he want to express his opinion. Somebody read that and there is a change in their opinion. That is not deliberate. But persuasion is one part of the social influence where it usually involves the communication skill and deliberate attempt to change the people from this particular way. And that's why they are created. Okay, now any doubts before we go ahead? Strong men fight with situation, but weak men fight with women. Uh-huh. Three, then we discussed, no, what is this? Here it is actually mainly about iron deficiency anemia. This video is about that. Now, imagine this situation. You are a district magistrate of an area. Okay, you are a district magistrate in one of the districts of India, where you have identified that lakhs of people in your district, lakhs of people, lakhs of people in your district are going for open defecation. Okay, 1 minute, else I will come to this. So, open defecation, open defecation. And there are lakhs of people. So because there are lakhs of people going for open defecation and it is leading to the many diseases, it causes many health problems to the people. And you, when you observed actually as a district magistrate, you observed that it is a big issue I need to tackle. Now tell me, if you are a district magistrate, what are the measures that you take so that you can solve this issue? Now, for example, imagine lakhs of people are there that you have to reduce it actually as much as possible. How do you make sure that in your district people will stop going for open defecation? So think of some examples or the initiation that you take so that people stop going for open defecation. Okay, I'll go on reading the answers that is given by our aspirants. Many of you are telling awareness, correct? Women should also respect man and it should be called aurat, sir. Yes, Dinesh, you are really right. So who is the real aurat? One who respects the man. Okay. So we will make Dinesh. Nowadays, this all women empowerment is happening. We also want this. We will hope for the men empowerment. Well, let us make association for the men rights actually. And the first video we'll make is aurat, redefining who is the real aurat. Okay, that's a good initiation attempts. We'll consider Dinesh. Okay, awareness. Sir, I'm aware of them about the health problems. Sir, I will aware them about health problems. Yes, Kumkum, you are correct. Make toilets for them. It's a very simple solution, sir. Correct. So make toilets for them. Give awareness about the health problems, awareness about consequences. Sir, encourage people to build the toilets in their respective residencies. Build toilets. Scare them about the tapeworm and the various parasite which spread, especially infecting the brain. Awareness through nukkad nataks, ads explaining them actually. Okay. Morning time patrols, so that not allow them to do it open. If anybody going for open defecation, stop them. No, you cannot go. So no, normally if you are supposed to do stopping them, first you should allow them to go. Actually, you should not stop. That is a sin. Actually, allow them to go for defecation, and when they are coming back, actually, of course, you should not stand very close to that. On the way, you should stand, and then try to explain them what is the problems and everything. Okay, as you rightly know. Morning time patrols campaigns were giving example of ODF districts, construction of public toilets, like toilets actually. Okay, encourage people who goes to washrooms. Encourage people who goes to washrooms. They're already going. Why do we have to encourage? Collection of people in the village level and spread awareness. Persuasion via movies like Toilet Ek Prem Katha. That's a good example. Okay. Okay, so test Sushmit. So I also worked on toilet film. So the toilet Ek Prem Katha film. What is your role actually, or work actually in that film, Sushmit? We can make toilets. Okay, find them. Awareness, precaution, increase private spaces. How to increase private spaces? To solve the open defecation, one suggestion is increase private spaces. How to do that? I have to know. अगर स्त्री का समान मर्यादा है, पुरुष की मर्यादा स्त्री का समान है. Though I did not understand, it's look good. They can also use the public toilet, counseling, giving financial support, find them. Healthy mind, healthy body, fines if required, open defecation, scare them to be photographed or put CCTV cameras. Okay, so many ideas, huh? Star campaign. Super. Thank you, friends. So what is that role that you played actually? One of our student has played a role in toilet take prem katha, it seems. So what is that, Sushmit? Use biogas plant to toilet to dump and give them monetary benefits. Okay, if you use the toilet, you will get 5 rupees every day. Or not like that, maybe. Okay. My dad made me move the Thaba. I provided drone shots. Okay, you provided drone shots to them. Okay. Drone shots of open defecation. No, I don't think so. Okay. Uh, Super. Now listen to this. Sir, in foreign countries, it is fine. So we can also do so. Is it so? Which foreign country you are talking about? Sorry, I am not aware of it. So one of our students says, sir, in foreign countries, it is fine. So we can also, oh, which one you are talking about? Is it fine to go for open defecation? Okay. Please tell the SMEs. Okay. Let's we come back. To know the answer, as many of you have given the very good answers. Thank you, actually. Um, I'll check whether appropriate number of toilets are there. Actually, I'll try to persuade them. I will arrange up. Okay, Sarita, fine. Now, please listen to me. Okay. So, to know whatever the answers that you have given, in this context, we'll suggest one very good video. Please consider watching that. So, what is that video? You have to watch a TED Talk. Hope whatever the TED Talks that we are suggesting, you are watching them and trying to make a notes about them. So, in this TED Talk about the PB Salim, you have to watch a TED Talk of PB Salim. So, please make this as a homework. Try to watch this before you attend our class tomorrow. So, PB Salim. So, PB Salim was an IAS officer in the year 2013. When he was in the year 2013, he has taken the in charge of Nadia district in the West Bengal. He has observed that many of the children who are in the age group of 5, 6, 7 years actually, and these kids have a less height compared to the people who are in the other districts and in many countries actually also, compared to the age group of the people who are residing in the other countries. And he has identified the main reason for this is lakhs of people in this district are going for open defecation. People go for open defecation, the house flies and other things, they will sit on these feces. They will also sit on the food products. Most of the, maybe street food or somewhere actually people may consume that, and that it may be contaminated with some verbs, and they start developing inside our body. And whatever they eat actually, that nutrition is being absorbed by those worms, and that is why they are not growing in the height, one of the reasons actually, and many other health problems. So he decided to fight on this actually. So what he has done, focus here, if you watch this video. So in PB Salim TED Talk, so first he thought that now it is an issue, seriously we need to deal. First we need to make the content actually, what is a exactly open defecation, what are the problems it causes and everything, as many of you rightly said. Nowadays, to give awareness, many videos are also, we can make, hire some directors, assistant directors and everything, and we can make a short video of 4 to 5 minutes actually, which explains in a very interesting way what this problem is all about. So he created some explanatory videos. He created some speeches. So he has studied the local literature of this Bengali. In generally, we need to study and try to inculcate values from the great poets. Actually, directly, indirectly, have they talked about this anything? Okay, now content is ready, but we need to make sure that every person in our district, there are lakhs of people in our district actually, but every person should aware what to do. He has invited youth who are interested in this program to attend a workshop or a seminar where they talk about this issue. The youth who are graduates in general, they have attended this meeting where IAS officer PV Salim told the people that, see, this is a serious issue. We need to make sure that this information reaches. These are the videos that you can use. This is a where it is available, speeches, information, everything available. These volunteers went to the different schools and made sure that every school children focus on this slide as well as this analysis. Every school every child who is going to school is aware of the problem of open defecation in the district. Every child should be aware. Then that is not enough. Okay, this child will go and tell the parents actually that in our school actually they told actually no toilet usage, please let us build and use it. See, now here remember, the many of you rightly said we'll construct the toilet, but the problem here is actually not necessarily construction of toilet, because even before 2014 there were many campaigns that talks about total sanitation campaign, construction of toilets and all. But one of the another big challenge other than lack of having toilet, many people have this mindset, that attitude, that it is okay to go for open defecation. The problem is actually, how can we have a toilet at home? Toilet is very dirty thing. How can we have at home? We got the food from nature, we should give back to the nature only. So going outside the village only very good actually, and feel relaxing and everything. How can we have toilet at home? So that mindset we need to change. So that is why, so he called a meeting of the leaders of the women association, like self-help groups and everything. They attended. So we will explain to the leaders. These leaders go and talk to their members and convince them why they should use the toilets. He called a meeting with faith-based organizations, the heads of the faith-based organization, like the people who are heading the temples, mosques, churches and other religious institutions. He called a meeting so that these priests, actually the father, and these people who are Maulvis, who are heading this actually religious institution, they go and talk to their members who are come as a devotees and explain them what is the importance of usage of toilet. He had an interaction with the non-governmental organization doctors, so he called a meeting with doctors. Now what doctors will do when patient come with infectious diseases, so they will give medicine, appropriate treatment, and then next time if you don't want your son or daughter to get this another prescription, please start using the toilet. The local leaders, other successful people, with all the people, he made sure that messages is reaches to them. He conducted sports meeting actually, where different sports are conducted actually, and where people will come, and in the middle of the sports, or when the award prizes actually while giving the awards or something, we will explain the issue of this usage of toilet. Then cultural meeting, some fairs will happen, some religious festivals will happen, so where many public will come, there also will talk about open defecation. Street plays are conducted actually, so through the different performance will explain to them. And we need to make sure that the person who is communicating, if you as an IAS officer, if you want to bring the changes, first thing, you should have a very good communication skill. You should know how to express whatever you want to express to them, and also to understand what they are trying to tell clearly. And very important, you should have credibility. That means common people should trust you. Only then that way persuasion will work. So by using this, you can try to bring the attitude and behavioral change. Now, see, remember, this slide is very important, which is made based on the PB Salim TED Talk. Now, whether after all this initiation, whether it has any benefit, yes. So, Nadia, that is Nadia in the West Bengal, become the first district in India, the first district in India to declare as ODF district. ODF district after the launch of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, open defecation free, and it has got recognition from the United Nations. And he went to the to the United Nations to give the speeches and everything. So all that is happened. So please watch a TED talk where he explained. Now this is about open defecation, but the same slide you can, if there is any question where untouchability is practiced, this is a solution. Where you playing with these words, you can use that change. You can bring the change there also. Okay, so or there is a problem where again patriarchy is actually prevalent, or other kind of discriminations are there, any undesirable attitudes which are prevalent, and if you want to change them, you can use this concept with in an appropriate way. Sir, why you say actually so many times? Even I'm not sure of it. So it comes naturally. Okay. Editing and cinematic drone shots during the opening of the movie. Okay, okay, understood, man. Sushmit. Okay. There should be a proper video in the workshop on a big screen to convey the people of the village that how this open defecation can cause the health issues and many more. Yes, Tanu, you are right. He made the Ganga Sagar Mela and Green Mela also. Okay, there's Smitham. That's good. So she's from West Bengal. I also worked on will vote and acted too. What is this will vote actually? So you are persuading them to vote actually. I too use actually often. Okay, there are many more. It is not only me. They are moving vehicles with screen. They are moving vehicles with screen. Okay, they are moving. Okay, they have the vehicle which has attached screens to it, and they are moving to give the. Okay, make sure it will stop for some time so that people watches it. Correct. I feel it comes out of humility. Okay. Oh, I will vote movie there also in East UP. There is a movie called I Will Vote. Okay, maybe is it available in the YouTube? I have acted in Nukkad Nataks regarding the Swachh Bharat awareness. Okay, Satakshi, that's good to know. So there is an movie called I Will Vote, it seems, that you can also watch. And if you feel, you can quote this as an example. Thank you for your opinions or sharing the. Okay, so hope this is clear. Let's we go ahead. Now see, this person is called P. Vijayan. As you can see, he's an IPS officer and from where? Kerala cadre. So he decided that he need to act on the issue of actually drugs. There are many youth who are getting addicted to drugs. You know that youth are considered to be asset of a country, for any country. In GS, when you study, you will study that in the form of demographic dividend. For now, if you don't know, it's fine. Let us we understand in a simple way. They're asset. There is so much of benefit if youth are there, but provided these youth who are having, they're educated, healthy, and skilled people, and jobs are available, then they're asset. But if this youth actually who are get addicted to drugs, no education, no skill, no proper health actually, rather than becoming asset, they will become liability to the country. So that is why he decided to work on this issue. So what he has done, first actually, he created a special task force, a group of people who are specifically allotted, dedicated to deal with this issue of drugs. Their duty is that if any issue that, any action to be taken related to this, they are ready. Because a normal general police, they have so many works. There is a group of people who are created, they are specially trained in this regard actually, and they will take action. If anywhere some issue is there, they will go and know, they will know how to handle. They know about what are the drugs that are coming to the Kerala, where they are coming, what is the mindset of the people who sell, consume, how to deal with them, everything. So expert team, that is one initiation. Then we know that this is only legal action will not help. We need to bring changes in the awareness to them. We need to explain to them about this issue. Then he conducted something called Clean Campus and Safe Campus, where he invited celebrities from the cinema industry and other local famous people. They go to the schools and colleges. He invited many cricketers under the say yes to cricket and no to drugs. Even Virat Kohli, Dinesh Karthik, and other famous cricketers were part of this campaign. Now, normally when you go to a college, and we say some IPS officer is coming, some people will come. When you know that some cricketers are coming like Virat Kohli, many more people will join and they are curious to listen. When they see that some cinema actors like Mammootty and other people, like some celebrities are coming, they will join much more. They are curious to know. What they will go, they go and actually talk to the people and tell, see what are the drugs actually that is being coming to Kerala and why people will consume, what are the negative impact, and if somebody is even already addicted and if they want to come, what are the options they are having. And solving this drug issue, it is not just only police problem, you should also participate. If you identify anybody is consuming, selling these drugs and all, these are the dedicated helpline numbers which are available. You can contact us, we will help you and we will take care of that issue. And suppose they will also bring the person who is earlier addicted to drugs actually, and maybe like come and talk to the college student. See, my name is Ramesh, just hypothetical example. So when I was studying in my first year of graduation, with the help of my friends, I got introduced to these drugs actually. I was having some money, I was also doing part-time job actually, I was getting money. So I took one day drug actually, it was a bit uncomfortable. Second day I took actually, it was a feeling of heaven. I was in a different world, I was enjoying that feeling. So I wanted it again. So I bought the drugs again. Earlier, suppose I was consuming 1 gram, it was giving me some effect. Now to get the same effect after a few days, I have to get consume more and more. But because I was this so-called heaven period, I couldn't focus on my part-time job, so I lost the job. I couldn't focus on my education. Now I need money but no money, but this drug is so addicted that I want to do it actually, I want to consume that, otherwise I was feeling like a hell and everything. So what I started doing, along with some other people who also need money for drugs, we went to the highways, stopping the people. I know whoever is going on the highways actually, torturing them, extorting the money from them and everything, and we were sending them actually. So we become so cruel to the society, and these police were arrested. But they have given a new life to me. They sent me to the counseling center where that person explained how I can really become the Ramesh one actually. Earlier, before drugs, now I become the second version. You will get the rebirth actually. So they have convinced. I went to the rehabilitation center. Initially it was very difficult. My body is saying something, mind is saying something, doctors are saying something. I faced many difficulties, but slowly and gradually I was able to overcome. Now few months into this actually, now I completely came out of this, and thanks to these polices, I will consider them as a god. And they have given me a new life. So it is possible for you also. If anybody addicted, it is the right time you come out of this. And please, nobody get addicted to these drugs. So when somebody who addicted, and if they say that is much more impactful, so they have done this through the clean campus, safe campus, say yes to cricket, no to drugs. They made sure that they have established better counseling center, rehabilitation center. So one is legal approach, so identifying the people who are in the sale of drugs and taking action. Then development, that is better counseling and rehabilitation. And then social influence and persuasion. Together all this, they were able to reduce the number of people who are addicted to drugs. So know more about this, and is an example for social influence and persuasion. What was the movie name? Movie name is I Will Vote, it seems, related to that one awareness. Yes, Kalyani will give. Why most if the of the big stars are drug addicted? There is no such data officially available that the so-called great people are addicted to drugs. There is anybody in India who can say that he or she has quit the drug? There are hundreds of people, and if you search, you will get thousands of people. Who are, see what that was in the past. Now for example, there is nothing wrong if somebody was addicted and they're ready to, if they come out really and they tell, they in fact they're very happy. If somebody is obese actually, then we want to open our clothes and tell that we are obese, maybe problem. But when I got six pack, I'm very happy to show, see, earlier I was like this obese person, now I got the six pack. They feel proud of today and they're ready to show how were they earlier actually. You see many Instagram, Facebook stories, that 30 days transformation, 3 months transformation, even drugs also transformation. So they're ready to share. Okay, according to some people, Honey Singh, Jim Morrison, Bobby Deol, they are all, but I'm not sure of that. Okay, even somebody, so anybody can do that actually. Anybody may affected by the drugs. When celebrities have done, it will be highlighted so much. But other than celebrities, many youth are also addicted. No matter whoever, if they addicted, it is wrong to them, it is wrong to their family, and it is wrong to the society. It create a problem to themselves, to their family, and to the society. That's why we need to fight about it. Sir, people in Mumbai take drugs. It is very accessible. It is accessible to in many cities, villages, everywhere, and so that's why we cannot, as an individual, it is our duty to not to go there. It may be available. Some people produce also at their home. What if we get dumki after we decided to stop all this? Dhamki, we will face it. Dhamki. As an officer, you have the power and the security that is available. But some people argue that eating the white sugar also dangerous to health. So we are taking drugs. It may be dangerous to health actually. The too much of consumption of salt, sugar, everything can be dangerous. That's why too much consumption is a problem. And the white sugar, normal sugar that use it for coffee, tea, they're not as addictive as the other drugs actually. And you will not get addicted to it in generally. Anything in moderation is good. Okay, friends, let us we go further. And there is some problem to this Sarpanch, it seems. Let us we look at his problem, and we will try to find a solution to this person. Before I go further, but it doesn't make you kill other people or do the crimes. Yes, Kalyani, you are right. Okay, friends, let us we see that. You are a sarpanch of a panchayat. There is a primary school run by the government in your area. Midday meals are provided to the children attending the school. The headmaster has now appointed a new cook in the school to prepare the meals. However, when it is found out that the cook is from Dalit community, almost half of the children belonging to the higher caste are not allowed to take the meals by their parents. Consequently, the attendance in the schools falls sharply. This could result in the possibility of the discontinuation of midday meal scheme, thereafter of teaching staff, and the subsequent closing down the school. Now, you have to remember this actually. Please listen to me once again carefully. So, who are you in this? You are a Sarpanch of the Panchayat. What is the issue? The headmaster has now appointed a cook actually, and this cook is from a Dalit community. When the parents came to know about that, actually, she is from a Dalit community, almost half of the children, so called belonging to the higher caste, they are not sending their kids to take the meal which is prepared by a Dalit person. And according to the case study, if the situation continues, children will stop coming to the school, then teaching staff will reduce, then school might also get closed up. This you should remember clear, whoever is listening to this. Now listen to me. We'll go to the actual question. Now don't start writing. Please listen to me now. There is a and B is there. You may know the answer, but the biggest challenge is how do you create 250 words for this? So first you think of again introduction. What can be the introduction? Then what is A and what is B? Try to think at least 2 points for introduction, 3 points for A. What is A, sir? This is A. And what your 3 points for B actually? What is this? So, and like this, you have to minimum think about this. We'll give you 3 minutes and we'll open the chat public for some time. Now, first listen to me. For now, please again post the comments related to only this particular question. Okay. So, first you have to think on your own. Don't use any other resources that is available to you. Use on your own and present your opinion. Once you are done with presenting your opinion, then observe how your friends are responding. Among the friends' opinion, if you find it, wow, this is actually very good idea, never thought like that, or you get it out whether it is okay to do, note down these points and we will discuss it. Fine. We are opening the platform to the public. Please go through this and focus on this particular question. Your time starts now. So Kalyani has easy solution. Change the cook and give him or her some other job. That's all. Then why do you asking 250 words, sir? Just one sentence, I will find a solution. What should we write introduction? You should write introduction, you should write A, you should write B. All three. 2 sentence introduction. Okay, ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಅವರೇ, ಮೂರನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. Vivek woke up now. He is asking passage. I told the story clearly, and I also told you should remember. Sorry, others has to see this. Okay. Yes, let other people see this. In after 30 minutes, I'll go back to the first slide also. Okay. Okay. So many people want first slide. Please go. Vivek ji, Saraswati ji, the slide is yours. We have Lakshmi, we have Saraswati here. All goddesses are there in our class. Gayatri is also there. Okay, Vivek. Done. So I'm still here looking at your comments. Please go ahead. Last few seconds. Once you have given your opinion, please just observe the other comments if possible. I know there is so many comments. Just have a glance at it. When you read other comments, if there is anything very good or very bad answer, or do you feel it's inappropriate, note down and you can ask later. I'm reading as much as possible, Samiksha. Good. Just go through the other's opinion. Ask cook for improvement and ensure that these mishaps do not occur. Why? What is that improvement actually? What the mistake that cook has done, Vivek ji? Yes, Sarita ji, I'm reading your answer. And Shaimil, Vaisna, and many others. Okay, good. Please post your answer and then listen to me. Just 30 more seconds lost and just post and observe others and listen to me now. Answer rating is different than really implementing the decision of changing the people's mind. You are absolutely right, Kalyani. But the issue I will also explain. Okay, friends, please listen to me now. And we are closing the chat for public, but of course, individually, you can continue to have a chat with me. Now, please listen to me. Now, yes, one of the suggestion among this, sir, we will write so many things in that actually answer, but in real life, we can't do all of this. In fact, if suppose actually without the real life example, if I would have told you this actually, in order to stop open defecation, you should meet, school children, women association, faith-based organization, doctors, NGO, street place, cultural meet. Once again, you say, generally, sir, all these are very good in books, sir. In real life, it will not work. That's why wherever possible, we have given the real example. The PB Salim actually, that is a real life example where you can verify, and it proves that if you think it is possible, and normally suppose in general if I say if an some widow or somebody has been discriminated as an IAS officer, you should go to the village and eat the food prepared by her. They sir, again, any IAS officer will do that, sir. You may ask. That's why we have shown the example of Rahul Kumar. So wherever available, we are trying to prove and actually that it is really possible in real life. Most of the theory we get, but every serpent will do this, every IAS officer will do this. No, but there are few who are really doing it, and it is in fact possible to do. When drugs actually issue, if we say that you should invite celebrities, you should invite cricketers, in general it looks like, sir, why will they come? No, when IAS, IPS invite, they might come. Many of them will come, and it is possible to do. That's why wherever possible, we have given the example. Now I'll go into this. Please listen to me, and then I will take the doubts. So among the answers, most of the answers are correct. It's only challenge is again, how do you generate the content within the 14 minutes and 250 words? And in the first 2 minutes, you should be able to read, understand, and create some content in your mind. Actually. Now, but the two issues. One of the aspirant has suggested that, sir, we will temporarily remove the cook actually, and once the issue resolved, then we'll appoint her only as a cook. First one. Then one more actually, let us remove her and give job to other person. The problem is solved. The other opinion may be like now she is prepared, doing the cooking, and now we will make her as a cleaner, sweeping and everything. We will appoint somebody else as a cook. If any of you have thought all any of these three, all these are wrong. If I remove the woman from a cooking just because she is a Dalit, or changed her job, or removed temporarily, all these are legally punishable offense. It is a violation of fundamental right. It is a right against the it is a the every individual has a right against the practice of untouchability, especially again of course Dalit person. If they're this is all called as untouchability, and it is a clear violation of law. It's not just a violation of law, it's a violation of fundamental rights. That is why any of these option if you have written, then it is clearly wrong. Now one thing is clear, you have to keep her as continue as a cook, and finally should solve the problem also. How? Let us we see. First you need to write introduction. What are some of the points that you can write in introduction? You can tell that the above situation highlight the presence of undesirable attitudes in the society. It is one example of undesirable attitude in the 21st century, which is not desirable in the modern day, that you discriminate a woman or a cook, actually generally men or women, just because that person is from Dalit community. That is undesirable attitude. So you can write. You can also write, the above incident shows the presence of untouchability. It is very unfortunate that even after the 75 years of Indian independence, we are still seeing the incidences of untouchability. So you talk about that it is undesirable attitude or it is an untouchability. That is the topic actually in which it is given. Then you can talk about the stakeholders who are involved. Stakeholders are very clear. So myself as a sarpanch, who sarpanch of a panchayat, the headmaster, the cook from Dalit community, children's and parents, and the teaching staff. So these are the stakeholders. You can write only this. No need to write actually values. That is required is changing the mindset of people. If required, you can write it. Otherwise, you can ignore. There is no need to write ethical dilemma. Even suppose you want to write ethical dilemma, in this actually I have a dilemma. Just write it as a dilemma whether to follow utilitarianism. Utilitarianism says that take the decision that benefits the majority of the people. Okay. Or you can also write actually Gandhiji's talisman, helping the weaker section of society, or it is against the rights approach. Actually, everybody has a right to do their profession also, including the cook actually. So it is a violation of rights actually. Whether to follow the rights approach or the utilitarianism. This can be the dilemma that I'm having as a sarpanch. But even if you don't write this, actually, it is correct, because there is like as a sarpanch, I'm telling the evaluator, I'm very clear there is no dilemma. It is no that I have to think of majority. I'm very clear that she should continue. It's all about convincing. So we will tell you either you can write this or that, sir. Some people say, sir, no, just tell one answer, sir. No, you should understand this actually. In ethics, there is no only one answer actually. Various answer possible. If you observe, the different people come up with different answer and most of them are correct. Okay, now what is wrong answer is clear. What can be the introduction is clear. Now here, listen to me. When you are writing the answer for A, the feasible strategies actually to overcome the conflict and create a right ambience. In simple, what are the steps that you take to solve the problem of this actually, appointment of Dalit cook and the protest by the people? How do you stop this? You have to write some content. If it is 20 marks, close to 10 marks worth answer, you should write it in detail. In second point, when you are writing, what should be the responsibilities of social segments and agencies? If any question is asked and they write actually, what is the social segment and agencies? You have to write, if you want to change any society, what is the role of family, educational institutions, media, NGOs, politicians, civil servants. These are the different section of society. What is their role in that? And religious leaders. You can add few more points if you feel. The family, educational institution, media, non-governmental organization, politicians, civil servants, religious leaders, religious leaders, etc. What is their role actually? Now, one more point you have to remember, to create a positive ambience for accepting such changes. Here, the one more important point is such changes. In the first one, that is A, when I'm answering, I should focus on the issue of the Dalit cook only. But when I'm answering the second one, such changes. What is it? Now it is discrimination not only based on the caste, based on the color or the gender, all such discrimination. I can find the answer. What is the role of these people, like, educational institution, NGO, media, in removing the discrimination in the society? You can think of some movies which can quote as an example, some celebrities, politician, what they can do and everything. You need to think. This is called brainstorming. In fact, so observing the each point and finding some key points related to this. And again, listen, no matter, suppose you attend some 10 classes by 10 faculties, you read 20 books actually, you take 30 mark test, but still when you go to the examination hall, when you read the question, hardly you can recall some 4 key points for the option A and 4 for B, and you should also learn the skill to convert that 4 key points into, like, our 448 key points into 250 word answer. This is what you should understand here. Now that the PPTs that we share will include actually some points like what are the feasible strategies. Listen to me. So first, like be the change you wish to see in others. That is a key point. So I believe in the Mahatma Gandhi's statement that we should be the change that we want to see in the others. So before I bring this change, I'll invite other like-minded people. I go to the school. I also invite other common people as a part of Gram Sabha meeting. I request the Dalit cook to prepare the food, and I will eat the food in front of other people. This is one thing that I do as a sarpanch. Then with the sufficient funds available, that maybe whatever that is available to you from the government funds, make sure in generally in the normal days also, the food that you are preparing should not be just for the sake of providing. We'll make sure that food is tasty and healthy. Many times, suppose when we come from poor, actually whatever our parents say, if we get good food, many children are ready to come. Then, by conducting Gram Sabha meeting and other awareness program, we should tell about what is the law of the land and what is the importance of equality and why this will be a practice of untouchability and what legal action that might be taken if the situation continues. And we'll also explain how did we proceed, selected the, what is the procedure that we followed to select the cook. And if somebody has an issue with the hygiene or something, any parents can come and observe how the food is prepared. The process of preparation of food and the person who is preparing, they are hygienic. That we will give assurance. And if required, we'll talk to the local leaders, religious leaders, and take their help also. And we'll conduct an inter-community activities. These are inter-community activities where some sports activities, cultural activities, people from different communities, so-called higher caste, lower caste, they will join and involve in the activities, play the sports, participate in some programs. Slowly and gradually, all this will bring the change. In one day, it will not happen, but slowly and gradually will happen. By using these key points, you have to explain in detail. Yes, when you are writing this, you can give example of Rahul Kumar and other people also. Now, the second one is social segments. So, role of family, educational institution, Gram Sabha, media, NGO, law enforcement agencies. Now, when you are explaining civil servants, what they can do, give the example of Rahul Kumar and PB Salim. And law enforcement agencies, they have to strictly implement the law if there is a clear law, and if somebody violated a law where they are intentionally discriminated the people who belong to Dalit or because of their dark color or women discrimination or anything, NGOs can give the awareness. Religious leaders, they may not make new scriptures, but they can interpret the scriptures which are there from many years. Now, who created Brahmin? Like God. Who created Dalit? God only created. So every human being is created, every animal and everybody is created by God only. Where is God? God is everywhere. That means God is in me, God is in you, God in other people, God is in Brahmin, God is also in Dalit. So if I'm discriminating Dalit, I'm discriminating the God. So maybe some one example, we need to interpret the scriptures in such a way that that is relevant in the 21st century. So in this way, you can talk about what are the values that family can inculcate to the next generation, how the educational institution can play a role actually. What is the movies that try to stop this kind of discrimination? Do you know any movies? Do you know any NGOs actually like that? You should think and try to come up with a solution. So in this way, as a sarpanch of the panchayat, I will not only focus on creating, building the toilets, and infrastructure development. It is also my duty to bring the required attitudinal and behavioral changes so that we all can live peace and harmony. We can live in a peace and harmony and can achieve inclusive growth. That can be the conclusion. So listen to this. So by following the above strategies, as a sarpanch, I will try to solve this issue. As a sarpanch, I should clearly know that my focus is not only on making sure that law is clear or developmental initiatives are done. We'll also should focus on changing or bringing the appropriate changes in the attitude and behavior so that people live in a peace and harmony and we achieve the India's dream called inclusive growth and sustainable development. This is not some example, a conclusion that I created or you by heart and you will write it. In flow with more practice, it will just come. Now, any doubts about this case study? If you have, you can ask. Sir, previous slide before the social segment. Yes, this is a previous slide. So Schmidt, God, Ram and Shabri is that is a good example. Run anti-propaganda. What is this anti-propaganda? No, ANTI. Okay. Now you Vivek cross-check with this answer. If you have any differences opinion, you can ask. Yeah, even if wrong deeds done by majority, it doesn't become wrong. Wrong is wrong even if everyone is following it. Right is right even if no one is following it. Divya, yes, you're right. Can we use constitutional morality? Yes, you can use it. The word. The main things is that they should convey the villages that everyone is equal. We can't discriminate them on the basis of caste. Yes, Thanu, you're right. Sir, can we write real examples in answer writing? Yes, Sri Lakshmi, you can write. Sir, I think nowadays untouchability and discrimination is more because of the lifestyle. I recently came across an incident when a family had invited a guest of a lower caste because it was their friend, and they were eating with him, and I got to know that the servant was also from the same lower caste and received the different treatment from the family. It is more because of the rich poor differences. Maybe even the like sometimes actually people from the in according to social perspective they have a lower caste, and there is a discrimination that decreases their opportunity for education and the employment, and they remain as a poor while the other people may become a rich. But it is not necessary in all the cases. Yes, in some cases the namrata point of view, sometimes the weaker section they come from poor and they face discrimination. But we see in some villages actually, even though they're rich, but if they are some from the lower caste, they may face discrimination. Such incidences are also there. Hiding caste can resolve that. So no need to hide. I no need to hide that I'm an inferior caste or something. And in practically in villages, you cannot hide the caste. Though we say caste should be removed and all, it is part of our life, part of our culture. Many authorities, politicians use the caste as one of the tool to achieve whatever they want. So conclusion, Chandrasekhar Avare, what is conclusion, sir? So, as a Sarpanch of this Panchayat, I should not only focus on the infrastructure development, I will also focus on bringing the desirable changes in the attitude and behavior so that the people of the village can live in a peace and harmony. No need to write down, observe. Okay, normally Sarpanch means okay, infrastructure and other things, but not just that, we need to focus on attitude and behavioral change so that they live in a peace and harmony and achieve inclusive growth actually. So that you should write in a so-called good sentences. That's all. Ask the cook for improvement. Why cook you? What improvement you are expecting from the cook, Vivek? And these mishaps do not occur again. Better quality of food irrespective of the caste. First of all, okay, we'll prepare a good food, but as of now, she did not prepare any bad food, or he or she. The cook, which gender is not given, we no need to assume that cook is from she or like woman only. If you know the name of movie and where the discrimination is there, what you should quote the movies where the discrimination is highlighted and where they have given a practical solutions to deal, or they have highlighted the discrimination that is faced by the society. Now blessing still asking, sir, but people argue that eating white sugar also dangerous. But why that question coming now? And we said long back the answer for this. The username blessings. We discussed that in the case of drugs only. Okay, sir, isn't it crime as per atrocities to SC/ST Act? If untouchability is practiced, it is crime. Using the cash for vote is mm, unethical. Correct, yes, it is unethical. Do you feel religious leaders will help us? Yes, they will help us. In fact, when you ask, actually, they are very happy to help you. Can we write these statements in answer like from my opinion, my point of view, or I think? Yes, sir, and you can write in ethics paper. Usually the only paper where you can use the word according to me, I will do this, my opinion, I have this belief actually. So all that based on the demand of the question, you can use it. How can the misuse of SC and ST cases can be reduced? By not misusing it, by giving proper awareness to them, taking some appropriate action for the misusers. I feel priests also divide the society on the basis of caste. So generally, we cannot tell that every priest do. There are priests who divide. There are priests who unite. Right as for the first person. Yes, you can write in the first person. Okay, friends. Hope that you have got some clarity about this attitude. Now, any doubt about attitude in general before I go into the emotional intelligence? Just a small actually, again, because we completed today only, you have to go home and reread it actually, and if you have any further doubts, definitely of course you can ask tomorrow. Now let us we enter into the world of EI, emotional intelligence. Okay, but before, sir, pathos I didn't get, sir. One student wants to know. See the word pathos, the here pathos means emotions. So it is one of the tool of persuasion. Persuasion is a changing the mindset of other people. When we are trying to change mindset, actually, we can use some stories. What example I have given? Now, suppose I want to convince you that so that you will join our institute, I can tell a story of a person who faced some difficulties and how we helped that woman actually or a girl so that she has cleared that exam. Normally, after listening that the story from the people, there is change in the emotion. First they may decide I will not join, but just I will come for a workshop actually. Maybe by listening all those stories actually, there is a slight change in them. Suppose I want to tell actually why do you should invest in a stock market, or why do you have to invest in stock market. For example, I can start with, see, this is my photo 3 years before. I was selling the vegetables, earning 100 rupees per day. Now if you think that is a change now with the BMW car actually, and there are many other cars which are behind me. All that is possible because I invested in a stock market. Come and invest, join your journey, become a from a person who is selling vegetable market to the buying BMW car, that this and all. These are all the stories that we tell, examples, maybe real stories, imaginary stories, created stories, actually fake stories, so that there is changes in the emotion that can act as a, one of the tool of persuasion. Okay, what is coming to the emotional intelligence? If you have doubt about attitude, no problem. And tomorrow in the morning when we start or after the break, I will definitely take. Now we'll start this EI. Now coming to this UI, please give some definitions that you have. Kumkum. This is the story I told. The story I told actually is maybe fake, real. That is not logic actually. When you say it may be logic, but what is that main actually, the method of telling is actually to change their emotions actually. In logos, what I do, I will logically explain, like if you want to clear examination, what is all the things that is required. You need to understand the syllabus actually, so that we will have the faculties across India, they will come and help you in easy way so that you will understand. You need to make sure that you have really understood well, so that you should take mock test, we conduct test series. Sometimes you would get demotivated, we have counselors. So this is logically explaining them why you should join the institute. That is called logos. Some people have doubt, so that's why I'm just stopping this actually, but I'm coming going there. But now if you have a still doubt, no problem, Kumkum, or any generally, I will once again explain. If it is clarified, fine. Otherwise, I will after the break or when we start tomorrow's class, I will explain. But once you go home and try to read it further, even after further, if you have doubt, I'm happy to explain. Now coming back to EI, using emotion for self-use, no, not necessarily. Attitude of a person in emotional dilemma is called EI. Emotionally able to understand others' emotion and take the decision accordingly. Does EI under the civil servant values? Yes, these are the qualities that is required for the civil servants. Ability to understand other thought process, having ability to know how to take the life decisions, What I understand may be wrong, but the EA is ability to make the decision without bias of emotions, similar to John Rawls. Okay, thank you, friends. Sir, please tell me tomorrow class timings. Now, in Shiva, wake up. It is same timings as today. That is, it will start at 5 o'clock and end at 8:30. Okay. Why did you get even doubt? Are we changing classes everyday timings to everyday Shivaji? Yes, Sushmit, I went through this. Make others to accept your viewpoint of view. That's emotional intelligence ability. Okay, super. Thank you for your participation. Now for the next 15 minutes, just focus on this, my explanation. After that, if you have any doubt, I am very happy to take. Please focus here. There are two words. One is emotions, another is intelligence. Let us we understand separately, then we'll find the combine this. What are emotions? Normally, when we think of emotions, generally what comes to our mind? Like, for example, happiness is an emotion, sadness is an emotion, anger is an emotion, fear is an emotion, surprise is an emotion, disgust is an emotion. In generally, these six are considered with the basic emotion. With the proportions and combination, there may be many other emotions. What is emotion? Emotion is the complex psychological state. It is a complex psychological state. It involves three components. Focus here, please, so that you will understand. Okay, it has three components. One is subjective experience. Second one is physiological response. And the third one is behavioral response. This is called emotion. So, when we say actually what is this emotion? Happiness is an emotion, sadness is an emotion, anger is an emotion, fear is an emotion, surprise is an emotion, disgust is also an emotion. But what is the definition of this actually? It is said complex psychological state, in which first one is actually subjective experience. What is the meaning of subjective experience? Now listen to me. One day, a husband and wife are having the conversation. Husband ask wife actually, or in generally, okay, husband ask wife actually, um let us just start from here actually. First wife will ask her, wife is here this side and husband is that side. Wife will ask her husband, my dear husband, tell me, suppose if I die suddenly, what will you do? Then husband say, don't say like this, for that happiness only I might also get heart attack. Then wife, see, you always make joke, my dear husband. I am asking you seriously. Tell me, what will you do if I die? Then say, okay, I will answer, my dear wife. First, you tell me. Suppose if I die, what will you do? Then wife will say, what else to do, my dear husband? If you die, actually, I know it's very difficult to me, but I have to continue to live my life. I have one younger sister. I will continue to live with her. I have one younger sister and I will continue to live with her. Now you tell me, husband, what will you do? My dear wife, I will also follow your path. If you die, I will continue to live with your younger sister. That's what. Now, suppose the incident I have shared here, some of you felt it as a joke and you laughed it actually. Some of you didn't respond anything. Some of you may feel, what is this silly joke sir is telling in the class? Actually, husband, wife marrying, actually sister and all. Some people may get irritated also. Intentionally we told this joke, understand this. So now whatever the incident I shared is same. Now normally we can exactly feel when we take offline classes, actually 100 people, they just give different expression. Some people laugh so much, some people laugh little, some are silent, some people even, why this sir is telling even this joke, especially in local language. If you tell, it has much more meaning. So just to tell, that is called subjective experience. The incident is same. Each of the person get experience, or the impact is different. When one person lost their family member, like brother may respond in a different impact is the, and the brother is different, sister is different, other people it is different. That is called subjective experience. How that joke actually I have analyzed. What is the impact on me? That is subjective experience. Now, after that, there's a physiological response. Imagine some different states of mind. Imagine at night, 12 o'clock, you are going alone in a road, because in the morning you have challenged your friend that I will at 12 o'clock, I will go to a graveyard and come back. And I am so much daring person. I am the real murder. If you are want to prove that, I will go at night 12 o'clock. And so like in the morning, afternoon, they will keep some flowers actually, that is very specific, and they will keep that particular thing on the graveyard. So this person has to go and get it by morning. At night 12 o'clock, he decided to go and has so much of daring, nobody will come, this devils and all not there. Now he's supposed to go, actually moving there closer to the graveyard. He's just about to open the gate, and he's not able to move. Somebody is pulling. Nobody is there around, he can see here actually nobody, but somebody is pulling. Even it is difficult to see behind also, because you don't know what is there. And what was happening, there was some actually plant bushes there, no, which got stuck to that actually shirt. But imagine that situation. Or you are watching some horror movie, or you lost some of your family member, or some suddenly you got a news that your partner do not want to live with you. In all this situation, different expression, different situation, you see that body start shivering, face become red, tears starts coming in our, tears start coming from the eyes, and rate of respiration increases, pulse rate increases. All these are called physiological response, changes which are happening in the body. Now when I get an anger or the happiness, how do I express through the behavior? Suppose suddenly, like we are so many friends and I was waiting for a result of the job interview, or you are in a party, actually suddenly you got a news that you have cleared the IAS examination, you are among the top 10 rank, actually you may just go and hug the other person here, you want to get excited. That is one behavioral response. You got angry in some person, somebody irritated, and you slapped that person. That's a behavioral response. So there is an incident happened. How that got has an impact on me is a subjective experience. Then what is happening in my body is a physiological response. How I am showing it is a behavioral response. A state in actually of a person having all these three things at the same time is known as an emotion. Even if there is a little change in the emotion, all these three things will happen, but we may not feel it. Like earthquake happening every day, but unless it crosses certain magnitude, we cannot experience the earthquake. Our earth is moving actually every day, but we cannot experience it because of the slow speed, or the speed in such a way that we cannot experience it. In the same way, for every small emotional changes that is happening in you, all these three things are happening. This is known as emotion. Now what is intelligence? So first, again, emotions helps plays a very important role in the human relationships. Emotions will help us to understand each other. Again, when we sit in offline classes, when we look at, actually we can see that whether you are understanding or not, whether you are enjoying the class or not, whether you are feeling bored, confused or anything, you no need to ask the question. When we observe, okay, madam, I think you don't understand, okay, I will explain again. You are having confusion, okay, so we do that. So when we observe that, you will come to know, and you can see my expression and you can understand. So these emotions play a very important role in the human communication and the human relationships. Some emotions are short lived. For example, you go to a Taj Mahal and you felt that, wow, it is so good. Video did not stuck, you may surprise, and that lasts for a short time. You cannot be surprised for a long time. or some emotion like sadness. Suppose there is a breakup from your partner, it can go for hours, days, and some months. Actually, it will go on forever. Maybe after we married some other person, then still recalling our ex-partner, and we may give actually their name to our son or daughter and continue that feeling of sadness actually. So while some emotions are short-lived, while other emotions can be long-lasting. This is emotions. Then what is intelligence? Intelligence is the application of knowledge in the right time, in the right way, to get the desired result. So we are just talking about intelligence. What is intelligence? It's an application of knowledge in the right time, in the right way to get the desired result. So if you see, for example, I'm a sarpanch of this area and I identified that this village do not have the electricity connection and drinking water facilities are not there. So I have, as a sarpanch, I know what is my role, what are the powers I'm having, limitations I'm having, and I know the natural resources present, government schemes are available. This is knowledge applied in the right way. I was able to implement the schemes well. I was installed the solar panels at every home. Wherever possible, wind panels are actually we established. So many subsidy discounts are available. We have utilized it so that we are able to produce electricity. There was some excessive electricity that we state told to them. We sold this to the state electricity board, got some lakhs of rupees. We used that to drinking water connection, everything. So made a backward village into a smart village. So that's intelligence. Second intelligence, I understood this banking system, how this works, who will come, who is a security guard, who are the employees, where CCTV cameras are there, how this door locking system, everything works. And with a group of people, I went and did the robbery. This is also intelligence. So intelligence can be used for a positive way or negative way. This is in general intelligence. Now, emotion intelligence. What is this one definition of emotional intelligence? So now see this first definition of emotional intelligence. In the place of knowledge, you replace with emotion. In the place of knowledge, you replace it with the emotion. So, sorry, emotion. That is also emotional intelligence. That is application of emotions in the right time, in the right way to get the desired result is known as emotional intelligence. We'll understand, don't worry. So we'll just this is one definition. So we are having the emotions and we are applying these emotions, smile, sadness, in a particular way at the right time, in the right way to get the desired result. How is that possible, sir? I will explain. Hope you have written this. Now, imagine if you are a person with emotional intelligence, if you are actually emotional intelligence, do you have to get anger or you should not get anger? It is okay to get anger or not to get anger. It depends. No, you should not get. I got this. Both. Get angry when it is necessary. It's okay. Yes, many of you are telling correct actually. So whether we should get anger or not, if you ask me, or any emotion, anybody can get anger. That is easy. Even animals get angry. Birds get angry. Plants also might get angry. So everybody gets anger. At least every human being. That's easy. But if you can express your anger in the right time, in the right way, with the right person, for the right purpose, at the right degree, then you are a person with emotional intelligence. You can replace the anger with emotion. That is, anybody can express as the emotion, that is easy. But if you can express your emotions in the right time, in the right way, with the right person, for the right purpose, at the right degree, then you are a person with emotional intelligence. Some people say, don't make me anger, I don't know what I'll do if I get anger. that they are telling that they don't have emotional intelligence. So second way of understanding emotional intelligence is you have so many emotions with you, but you know how to express these emotions. What is the right time? Is it the right time, the way I am expressing, with whom I am expressing the emotion, why I am expressing the emotion, at what degree? Everything is in my control, and then expressing the anger or any other emotion, that is one sign of emotional intelligence. When we sometimes we may scold this person, I Ramesh, but the message may reach to the Suresh. Suppose in party, some children are making the mistake. Now they don't show their anger, they keep quiet, allow it to happen. When they go to the home, parents will scold the children usually. So but is it right or wrong is different, but they know what is the right time. And when we show the anger, why are we showing the anger? Somebody done a mistake. It is not that we take revenge. We need to convince that what he or she has done a mistake, they need to understand or correct it. So finally I know why it is happening also. That is one sign of emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? It is an ability of a person to understand one's own emotion, one's own emotion, emotions of others, and responding to a situation, responding to a situation appropriately. So what is emotional intelligence? It is an ability of a person to understand one's own emotion, emotions of other people, and responding to a situation appropriately. What does it mean? Imagine this case of a husband and wife. One day, husband and wife are there. They are there every day. Okay, one day, what is happening? Um, Normally wife this husband go to office, and according to this family, wife has to prepare the food. Usually by 8 o'clock she will prepare the breakfast. Now today it's 8:15, because of some reasons actually it is getting late. This husband is actually already angry. Are now it is 8:15, still you are not prepared. Wife will come. Yes, yes, my dear husband, it is ready, just 2 minutes. Yes, please take this food. So he started having the food. But actually his office vehicle is ready, it's waiting. Driver is actually making horn so that he will go to actually get into the cab. He will eat the food first, and after that he has because of some health issues he has to take some medicine. So there's a bottle, a syrup bottle actually, related to some health problem. He will open that, take some syrup actually, consume that, drink water, and keep that actually on the like with dining table only, which is at a lower height, where you can sit on a chair and eat the food. And tell his wife that, see, I'm getting late, I'm going, please take care of this. I've kept this medicine here only. Please keep in its original place, because driver is waiting and cab is waiting, so I'll just leave. So he took his bag and left to the office. Wife is busy in kitchen doing the kitchen related work. And then this they had a 3-year-old baby. This baby was observing what is all father is doing and everything. Though the father is busy, mother is busy, the children is busy in observing. They observe a lot actually. So they know that actually father has something opened actually, and then drink and everything. This baby will slowly come to the dining table. Mother is busy in the kitchen, father is going to the office actually. He got the cab, went there actually. Now the bottle was it was certain height actually. He was able to open that bottle. It was not closed tightly, so the baby opens that bottle and drinks it everything. After that, sometime the baby started crying. Oh, like whatever the started crying. Then the mother will come and see that actually baby is crying. So she understood what might happen. She took that syrup bottle and this and called the nearest auto. She took the child to the hospital. And she called her husband that this is what happened, he's in hospital, doctors took for a treatment, but I don't know what to do. Please come dear, come husband actually, or something. She's crying and everything. Now husband got this information. Now response one. Okay, now he got irritated. I just now came to the office, so much of tensions in the office. I told her to actually keep the medicine in its right place. She's always neglecting my words, and that is why this happened. We will go to the hospital actually. And wife is crying there, treatment is going on, he will go in the hospital, so many people are roaming there and everything. He go to actually her and say, don't you have any common sense? I told you to keep the medicine in its right place. Because of your negligence, my son is in hospital. If anything happened to him, I will not leave you, that this and everything. And he's just scolding her. Response one. Okay. Now second response, he got a call actually from his wife that actually this is what happened. So he felt very sad. See, as a father, when I know that my 3-year-old kid is there, first thing, I should have kept this bottle actually in its right place. It would have taken a few more seconds. Okay, no, no problem. Whatever happened is happened. Let me go to the hospital, talk to the bus. Sir, there is some emergency. Please, I have to leave. Okay, go there. The wife is sitting, crying. Actually, treatment is going on. I'll go to her actually. And this is husband. So I'll wake her up and I will hug her actually and kiss on her forehead actually. Don't worry, dear. Actually, it is just a small syrup. Nothing will happen. Doctors are there, they will take care of it actually. Nothing will happen, dear. It's very sad and I'm really sorry. I should have kept the medicine its right place actually. Don't worry about it. Now, in response one and the response two, if you see, the outcome of treatment will remain the same. But in the first one, already she is in very sad mood actually. As a husband, I am making her situation much more critical. I'm blaming her, and actually the sadness will further increases. In the situation too, again the treatment outcome, whatever, it will remain the same, but she is in sad. At least for some time I am trying to calm down her sadness. Usually, in a relationship, when everything is going well, people can be happy. But the real test of the relationship will come in the crisis situation. Imagine in the second response. Now, suppose, okay, baby get cured and everything. But later, when that woman actually, she recalled, actually, I was in very such a sad state. But my, I know, husband gave me so much of confidence. This is what I expect from him. That develops so much of love that actually she is happy to take care of him and the family and everything that will develop. So, how do we respond in this crisis situation shows emotional intelligence. Now, what is this? As a husband, it is an ability of a person to understand my own emotion. Now, I am understanding what is happening in my body and mind. Office getting delayed and something happening to my son. We don't know what is that actually. I'm thinking about my wife. When thinking all that, there is so many changes are happening in my body and mind. I am completely aware of this. Ability of a person to understand one's own emotion. And then I can empathize with her situation. If I would have been actually in the mother's place or in my wife's position, what is happening? So I'm trying to understand her side of story also, and then responding appropriately so that relationship will improve or we get the better result. This is known as emotional intelligence. Now, you may say that, sir, is it related only in the husband wife? Will that be useful in an administration or in the public life? And if you somebody want to apply emotional intelligence, what are the areas they have to focus? All these things we will learn after a 15 minutes of commercial break. Let's we take a break for 15 minutes, come back and continue our journey of emotional intelligence. If you have any doubts, don't worry, we will again discuss that. So we'll take a break now. It's a break time. Hi, friends. So, welcome to you all for the class of ethics, integrity, and aptitude after a small break. So, one student says, "Sir, I'm able to control emotion outside the home, but only with my brother, I have no control. I got angry too much, but mostly then regret later. Do I have this ability or not?" So, again, emotional intelligence is it is not somebody will have zero or one is 100. It varies. Normally with whomever we have emotional attachment, then we cannot control. That's a problem. But generally, if you want to live a peaceful and happy life, we need to develop. So now you know that you will get some steps and everything. Do you have that ability? But it has to be improved. Sakshi, okay. Nobody fixing my name, so we'll keep your name as a test only now for now. Yes, friends. Any doubts before we go ahead? Yes, Sarita, as you rightly say, it's okay to get anger, but we should know how and when to express it. That's all. Can you give example of psychological and behavioral response? See, first thing, Rutika, it is not psychological; it is a physiological response. Whenever we get emotions, whatever happen, the changes which is happening inside our body. Like I said, the body starts shivering. Imagine some situation, tears will start getting. When we are too much happy, sometimes we get tears. When we are crying actually or sad, we get tears. Face become red, our pulse rate increases, rate of respiration increases. All these are the example of physiological response. How do we ever express our emotion? Like when we feel happy, wow, what I'm showing through action, that is behavior. You get anger, you use the foul language. Don't you have any common sense? Why do you do this? So this is behavioral response. You go and slap others, that is a behavioral response. You go away from that, that's a behavioral response. All these are the behavioral responses. Okay, Rutika ji. Sir, all those experiences and response happen because of the emotion. In that situation, it all happens, and that is called as emotion. When you say emotion, it includes all these three. The state where you have the subjective, you got a news that you have cleared the examination, and based on how important that exam is, you have applied for two exams. Like one exam you just for time pass you applied, another is like a dream job. See, the what is the get a result that a company which you applied for time pass, impact on you is different. And when your dream company you got a job, then the impact is different. Or like you got a job in some X company which is very great, Ramesh, Suresh, Mahesh is there, all of them experiences the impact in a different way. How I felt is subjective experience. What is happening inside my body is a physiological response. How I am showing outside is a behavioral response. And all these three together, we call it as an emotion. So, sir, what you said. So, Sakshi, I said that normally with those people whom we emotionally attach too much, like our brother, sister, husband, and wife, we cannot control our emotions. That doesn't mean that you don't have emotional intelligence, and you need to improve the emotional intelligence. That's all you have, but you need to improve. Emotion means complex psychological state, and this state has three components. Because this state has three components, it is written as a side heading. It is not a part of emotion, it is an emotion. It is a side heading, yes, it is a subheading. Okay, चलो आगे बढ़ाएंगे. Okay. So in the material that we share, actually, we have given one example of like here we are discussing this husband wife. It is not just important; it's also important in the professional life. So imagine the situation. For example, we'll go to Manipur. Some days before there is some violence is happening. Imagine you are a civil servant serving in the Manipur region, and the CM has called an important meeting with the civil servants to discuss the law and order situation and to discuss what are the steps that we have to take to deal with these issues so that a peace and harmony can be established in the society. So he told that tomorrow at 10 in the morning, that is 10 a.m., we have an important meeting and all of you have to attend, and you as a civil servant also get a message that you have to attend 10, and you know that it's an important meeting, that you know the seriousness of the meeting, so you planned in such a way that you will reach by 9:45. So morning you wake up, get your things done, you already informed the driver everything, so you left your home so that you will reach before 10 o'clock easily by 9:45. So on the way, when you are going to this meeting, you saw that a mother and child met with an accident. They are severely bleeding, and one who made accident has ran away. Now nobody else is at this situation. You are shocked to know this. You get down actually from the car with the driver. You stop the bleeding, actually given the water to them, and try to call ambulance. It was not reachable. You took this mother and child in the car inside and reached to the nearest hospital that is available. Make sure that some immediate treatment, whatever that is required, is done. And then you come to the meeting. You open the door, you see that there is a CM and other people are all sitting. Your seniors, your subordinates are all there. Actually, the moment you open the door, CM got angry. Don't you have any common sense? We told to come at 10 o'clock, you are coming at 10:15. It is such a serious issue that we are discussing and you are coming late. That shows your insincerity towards the duty that you are doing. They say civil servants are do not have punctuality, and you proved it right. Don't you have any common sense about this issue? So you just go on scolding them. Normally, if as a common person in that situation, the person with AI, we may get feeling, Array CM first ask me why did I came late actually, and then you talk to me actually. I have done such a great work and you are not even ready to listen. I cleared IAS exam, you did not even clear 10th class, and you are scolding me. Normally it might happen. But will that be a good response? Definitely no. Now, first thing, when as an IAS officer, when I know that what is happening in my side, one is my mother and child, their health is at a risk. Actually, somebody made accident. Anybody is a human being only. Okay, hospital we have given. I know treatment has given actually somewhat relaxed. I know that I'm getting late for the office. I know the situation in my area, law and order, everything that is also clear. So there are so many things happening in my mind. Actually, I have the ability to understand my own emotion. I also know CM has called an important meeting. CM may not aware why I am coming late because other 50 people are there. He cannot manage why everybody is coming late. So before I enter only, I prepared that I know that he will be in anger. So then I open the door. He's keep on scolding. Then the more no, even if I try to explain, actually, he may not be ready to listen because he is in a higher state of anger. And I mean, sir, I'm really sorry, sir. I apologize. So when somebody is in anger, you try to explain, they will get further anger or something. When you ask sorry, usually they come, okay, go and sit. Then meeting will continue. After the meeting, like I may meet the CM and try to explain whatever happened. He may understand this. Here, no need to prove what other people will think CM scolding. No, let them think anything. I have a clarity. CM will get clarity. It's fine. If somebody else asks me why did I came late, I give explanation. Without that, if everybody thinks in a different way, let them think. So this is all complex. It is actually situation you handled in a simple way. That is known as emotional intelligence. So, but what is that appropriate response is actually depends on the situation. And emotional intelligence is also means that you should not follow the Newton's third law. It is about not following the Newton's third law. Like Newton's third law says that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's in the nature. But you are a human being, a conscious human being, emotionally intelligent human being. If somebody get angry and scold, you also get angry and scold. No, that's not. So you should no need to follow the Newton's third law. So these are the types of emotions that you have seen: happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. These are the basic emotion. There may be other further complicated emotion with the different proportions and combination of this actually can come. Okay, this is clear. And then you need to, we have already given 2 3 definition. There are hundreds of definitions you will get in the books. You may just observe and try to take one or two. For example, one more definition is that emotional intelligence is a capacity to be aware of. So I should aware of my emotion. Control, not necessarily reduce. We are able to adjust and express one's emotion and to handle the interpersonal relationship, me interacting with other person, either in a private relation or in a public relation, judiciously in the best possible way, and also understanding the other person from their perspective, that is empathetically. They just give it is same meaning, but they just explain in a different word. Some of the examples. Well, Travis Bradbury says, EA is the ability to recognize and understand the emotions in yourself and others, and your ability to use this awareness to manage your behavior and relationships. So there may be hundreds of definition, you get it like this, but try to remember, understand them, and if whatever if possible, try to remember two, three, or you create your own definition of EA, keeping all these definitions in the mind. Love is missing. Which love you are talking about, Vivek ji? So Aristotle says anybody can become angry. That is easy, but to be angry with the right person, right degree, right time, for the right purpose, in the right way, it is not in everybody's power, and that is not easy. And if you can do that, you are a person with EI, emotional intelligence. So this also we have seen. Sir, give one basic which I can write in the note. Slide changing too fast to note down. Don't write down this in the slide actually, Sushmit. See, one definition, if you remember, I have already given ability of a person to understand one's own emotion and the emotions of other people. And if you go to Brainy quotes and type emotional intelligence, you will get so many quotes. After the class, also, at least 20 minutes you should spend. After the class, you will get your slide. You have plenty of time. Then add this. You have a solution, Sushmit, or the username test. Okay, understood. So emotion of love is missing, it seems. So this love emotion has everything. If you love somebody, you feel happy sometimes, you feel sad, you get a fear also, where sometimes, many times, anger, surprise. I'm not sure of this. Only those experienced should say. Generally, you will get everything actually when you are in love. So that's why it is itself a not emotion. It's a combination of emotions. They don't add slides actually. No, they give everything, no, that we are sharing. A red heart with arrow piercing through can represent a love. Wow, Mustafa. Okay, friends, let's we continue our journey. Today we are having webinar. Please leave us by 8:20. Vedastri, let's we enjoy till 8:20. You can remind me at 8:20. Let's we enjoy this process now. Okay, back to class. Let us be focused. So if somebody want to get emotional intelligence, and if you want to help others to get emotional intelligence, or we have to get emotional intelligence, there are four areas we need to work on. They are called as components of emotional intelligence. One is the self-awareness. Second one is the self-management. Third one is the social awareness. And the fourth one is the relationship management. Okay, so though it is bit deviated, I'll just take this. Vedashri, there are many students are responding that no webinar today. Okay, just for your information, Karthik, Vivek, Samiksha, everybody are saying that there is no webinar. Okay, let's so that we get more time to discuss this. Okay, that about webinar, we'll think on 8:20. Still 8:20, please, we'll focus here only. That at 8:20, please remind me. Okay, coming back to this. That whatever, okay, some say yes, some say no. 8:20 we'll discuss now. EI, coming back to this, thank you for your cooperation. So if I want to get emotional intelligence, first I need to understand myself, self-awareness. I will explain in detail what is self-awareness. But see, remember, we have discussed so many topics. Now we are in the day 10. I'm going to discuss so many topics in the next 5 sessions. But if you ask me one, actually, sir, tell me one topic among all your 15 sessions that actually that can change our life. If you ask me, without any doubt, I will tell one word, or these two words, you can say self-awareness. Such a powerful it is, not just for examination, actually it is in your real life also. If there is any one thing that can actually change is this concept. If you really understand and inculcate and get to know, it is like a new treasure found in you. And of course there is so much of change in me when I identified I am actually who am I. We will see what is it. And then once I know about myself, so knowing myself in simply self-awareness, what is it? This is the next slides are coming. We'll explain all of this in detail, just an overview. Now once suppose I know here this is what I am, but my goals and dreams, whatever I want to achieve, is very far, and for that there are some changes I need to make in myself, and that is known as self management. In generally, self management is different to different people. If somebody want to become a doctor, different self management is required. For a lawyer, teacher and all, we will discuss self management. For a civil servant, that means one who wants to become a civil servant, what are the management that you have to do, or the changes that you have to do it with you, so that you will become a suitable candidate for a civil services. Okay, so self-awareness, knowing myself, self-management, and then social awareness. What is social awareness is actually, now I understood myself, but we'll be spending a lot of time with our family members also. I need to know them. That is part of social awareness. Then I work in an organization. I should know the goals and objectives of my organization and how to contribute. That is a part of social awareness. I live in society, and this society has many tradition, culture, values, and everything. I should know about that. That is all part of the social awareness. And once we know that actually we are having some private relationship, public relationship, we need to manage in such a way that we will get finally success in our life and happiness to ourselves and happiness to the other people. Actually, this is very important. Now as an individual, I want to achieve success, happiness, but if we are partnering with anybody, either in the personal life as a partner, professional partner, it is, I should make sure that they will also get happiness or success. It is like a think win-win. I just not that I should win, even the other my partner also should win, like think win-win. So this is just an overview of what are the components of this. Let us begin the first one here. Self-awareness, the very, very, very important. Observe this slide for some time. Observe this slide, and once you are done, just give me thumb or say yes. Yes. Do you know what is upavasa? Do you know what is upavasa? Okay, so many, yes, yes, I got it. Many of you are saying fasting. Okay, fasting. Let us we understand what is fasting or what is upavasa. Okay, what is upavasa? Upavasa is a process of self introspection. What is upavasa? Upavasa is a process of self introspection. According to our tradition, listen to me this carefully. This is the foundation of this topic. So, according to the tradition that we follow, in different tradition, there is a different explanation. It is expected that once in a 15 days, at least on Ekadasi, we are supposed to do Upavasa. So, it is a day where we sit and do introspection about ourselves. We will analyze ourselves actually. what kind of person I am, what is life, what is the purpose of my life actually, what makes me happy, what makes me sad, what makes me emotions actually, other emotions that is created. How do I know? For example, in last 15 days, I felt this in this day very happy. So I went to trip to like just taking example, Goa, and I felt very happy on that day. Is the place Goa is responsible for my happiness? Are the people around me was made me happy? The vehicle I traveled made me happy? The food we had made me happy actually? Or the sightings that we had made me happy? So it is not just the trip. What exactly, which component of that made me happy? I need to ask this, and I'll get more clarity about myself. And this Thursday, just these are all hypothetical situation. I got irritated with Ramesh. Why I was irritated with Ramesh? Is Ramesh responsible for it? Or some act of Ramesh is responsible? Or I misunderstood? Or I did not have breakfast on that day. That is why I got irritated on this person. So what exactly? So I'm getting clarity about what makes me anger. And this Rahul asked me some help actually. I said no. But when Suresh asked the same help, I did it. So why I did not help Rahul, but I helped actually Suresh? So I'm trying to analyze everything and trying to find the answer for it actually. So normally whenever, so we are expected to sit closer to somebody and analyze all this. See, that is called upavasa. Upa means closer. Vasa means living. Living or dwelling closer to somebody is called as upavasa. Now, normally there are, if suppose when one human being is there, like my friend, I want to share everything that has happened in last 15 days and analyze. I need to get to know. But one problem with human being, one thing we might feel uncomfortable to share everything because there are some mistakes we have done, some weaknesses that we have. This person may take advantages of our weaknesses. So we may not share everything. Another problem is, now suppose I tell I got irritated on this person called Suresh. The moment I said, the other person who is listening, he will tell, oh, this is the reason. But actually only I know why did I got irritated. So I want to sit closer to somebody who do not take advantages of my weaknesses or the mistakes I have done, who do not in fact give me suggestion, who just listen to me and allow me to find my own solution. And that person only we call God actually. So we are supposed to sit in a puja room and do the self introspection. This is actually called upavasa. On this day when we are doing the self introspection, it is a very active process. But normally if we eat very good food, actually very full stomach food as something that I eat, normally as a evolution, what is programmed here is, once we get a food, next day when I don't know when I will get a food, like from thousands of years our body is evolved. So till I get the next food, I need to conserve the food, store the food, or save the energy. So we'll get lazy, we feel like sleeping and everything. But it's an active process. When we are hunger, we are actually very active because we want to hunt, actually find the food and everything. From hunter gatherers time, our we may be evolved actually in the 21st century. So many times our genes and body are still 1,000 years before also. So there is so much of gap between our body, our mind, our technology that we have. Okay, let's we come back. So that is why it is said that on this upavasa you are not supposed to do anything. So we have to do so called as fasting. But what in the tradition started happening is actually we continue to do this, but actually forgot the actual process of this. So in this process of self introspection, or whenever you are free, you can ask these questions to yourself: what I really want most, what I really want, why I'm preparing for this examination. Is it for money, power, recognition, or just because all are doing? Or I got a call from the institute and they told that you can become IAS, so I joined that. So, and really what I'm expecting, what I really want. Do I know what I want? So, when I last 15 days when I was there, what is that issue I was thinking more about it? Suppose if I have extra money, how I would like to spend that money. If I have extra time, how I would like to spend that. With whom I would like to spend my time. Whom do I consider as a role model? What is the issue that I feel funny, laugh about it actually? Everything will tell a lot about you. See, normally what I say when we say I love you to a person, what do we mean? Like when I say I love you to a person, what actually I'm trying to tell? Can you any idea? When I say that we generally when a person say to the other person that I love you, what that person is trying to tell? So you have this different definition, just think in your mind. So there are many definitions. One definition is actually, um, okay, according to one person, when we say, I love you to another person, what does it mean? Your needs are above mine. Your needs are above mine. Okay, so that means I give priority to your needs. Karthik says, sir, I don't have any experience. You mean a lot to me. Your ways have the situation. My soul attached to you. Where is this soul? Where is this attached? And some operation needs to be done then actually. Accepting you as your, you are important to me. I respect you. I want. Okay, I want to keep smile on your face. I'm having passionate attraction towards you. Useless word, love is and their emotion towards. Okay, okay, super, super. Thank you, friends. Tvaya vina swargam apina rochaye. Though I did not understand, this looks interesting. Putting you as a, okay. Um, the company we enjoy. Okay, so there are different meanings to the love. One meaning of love is actually that I want to bring positive changes in your life. Actually, so I want to help you to lead a happy and comfortable life. So that is so, but if you want to help other person, actually the first thing is I need, like suppose I'm in love with a girl, actually suppose I want to help her to lead a happy life. I want to bring a positive changes in your life. So if I want to help her, first I should know about her. If you want to make our kids happy, we need to know about our kids. As a parents, we should not decide normally what makes my son happy, daughter happy. We need to understand them and make them happy in the way that they want to get happy, of course without violating the law. In the same way, before marriage only, we all of us have two kids actually. One is body, another is mind. We need to talk to them and know what they really want. So that is very, very important. So that will happen through the process of self introspection. When you do that, you will get a more clarity, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you fear, what makes you angry, what are the qualities that you consider as important. I consider service is important, money is important. Why do I consider this is important? What are my mindset about different people in the society? About different caste people, what do I feel? About different religion people. Sometimes we may not tell whatever we want to, but for other people. But I should know, no, what is my mindset about different people? What are the things that I can do better than other people's strength? What is something that everybody do it easily, but I am finding it difficult? What are my talents, abilities, and the skills? What I like and don't like it? What is the purpose of my life? Do I have even a purpose of life? Is it necessary to have the purpose of life? If it is the purpose, actually, what is that I want to achieve in my life? So, what kind of person I was earlier, the past? What kind of person I am today? How I want to become tomorrow? What is my character, what is my originality, how I'm projecting myself to the other people. I should have a clarity. Knowing everything, all this information about you is your actually self awareness. Imagine you want to operate computer. You can use actually operate when actually when you know in details about the computer. Like suppose many people use a smartphone, they usually use it for call, actually, like to call somebody and watch YouTube. There may be many other 100 functions are there in this mobile. The more and more, at least I should know what are the different features, applications are available. Then whenever I require, I can use it. There may be so many things are there, but the more and more I know what is that, I can use it actually if required to me. If not, I can keep it. But there is 100. But I should know that there are so many things are there in with what is the merits, demerits, everything. In this way, there may be so many treasure within us actually. We should know about us. So knowing everything is known as self-awareness. You have some doubts, keep it. Now, once I complete everything about self-awareness, then I will take the doubt actually. Okay. But now, please observe this Johari window. Is something you did not understand, just keep it for now. I will complete once again. I will come back to this. Why this is called as Johari window? Observe this slide and try to tell. Karan Johar made it. That's why it is called Johari window, according to our one of our aspirant. Okay, yes, as some of you rightly identified, there are two psychologists who are contributed to this window, and they are Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham. And by taking the few letters from these people, the Johari window is created. Yes, you are right. Now, please listen to me carefully. When we say self-awareness, there are four self are there: open self, blind self, hidden self, unknown self. What is open self? Something about me, like what is about me, my emotions, values, attitude, strength, weakness, talents, everything. I know about it. Other people who are around me, they also can see. That's called open self. So that is very clear. There are about purpose is to know about myself. I know about it. I know that these are my strength, weaknesses. My people around me also know. That's called open self. Okay, that's good. Second one is blind self. Something about me, but I don't know. Unknown to self. But other people who are around me, my teachers, parents, actually somebody can feel that I get, suppose I have anger issues related to this. These are the strength I have. These are the weaknesses I have. Sometimes people come and tell you, right? I don't know why you get irritated sometimes in this actually situation. I think you have this talent. Why have you not tried this? So it is super that this quality of yours actually many it is very admiring. So people say positive, negative, everything, but I don't know that is it really true, or I don't know about this, but other people know. Blind self it is called. Now, how to overcome the blind self? Any solutions that you have to overcome the blind self? When you do introspection, you may not know where the string. Ha. What we can do? We can ask others. We can listen to the people around us actually. There are many people who are around us actually. So talk to them. So suppose you have some teachers actually, or you have parents, friends, etc. Whoever is around you with whom you spend a lot of time actually, or whenever they will only tell their opinion. No. See, whenever anybody said anything about you, whether positive or negative, first thing, should not take it very seriously. Because whatever they say, that is their opinion. If somebody comes and says, sir, again, sir, your teaching style is so super marvelous. That is also like Ramesh opinion. Sir, Suresh may come and say, what you are teaching, sir, I did not understand even a single sentence. That is also Suresh's suggestion. Now, you all have some skill actually. Oh, like, you have some perception. Who is a good teacher? What are the qualities of a good faculty or teacher? You have some scale, a measurement. And based on that, you will measure whether I'm a good teacher or bad teacher. In the same way, I might have a scale who is a good student, and based on that, I measure. And even like here, four people are there. Suppose we take the Rutika, Taran, Arti, Samiksha, Kamalapal. Actually, what is a quality of a good teacher? Many of you tell different qualities. Some of the points that is said by Kamalapal may not be applicable to Rutika. Whatever Rutika says, it may not be agreed to the Taran. So it may happen actually. And all this actually, opinion of who is a good faculty for Arti may be entirely different. So just because somebody said, that is all their opinion, I should not ignore it completely. I should not accept it also completely. Whenever anybody said, I'll filter it. Okay, Arti is saying that this point. Okay, is it really right or wrong? If there is anything criticism also, is it really wrong? I need to improve. Okay, Arti, you are good. I'll focus on that. I will improve. So in this way, I need to take opinion about other people, any criticism, anything about me, any strength, positive, negative, even positive also. Sir, you are a great actor. You should go to cinema industry. Oh, somebody said actually, Vivek said I'll join. No, you should not do. Okay, why he might have said, okay, what is the positive, negative, pros and cons? I should analyze it. That's how you deal with blind self. Now, hidden self. What is hidden self? Something about me. Maybe my emotion, attitude, values, and that strength, weakness, everything. I know, but other people don't know. Should I deal with this? Should I share with other people? Or do I have to keep it with myself? Hidden self. I am hiding about some things about me to other people. Or they don't know. I know about me. Do I have to deal with this? If yes, how should I deal with this? So yes, sir, it is fine, sir. Keep it you only, yourself, hidden self. Share good ones, correct wrong ones, according to Mustafa. You can improve them. Hidden self, just because I'm hiding it doesn't mean that they are bad only, no? So something that I know, but other people who are around me don't know. That's all. It is not that only wrong things, good things, or something actually. There are many things about us, right? It is not necessary that everybody around us know it actually. What I like, what I don't like, what I get angry, irritated, everything. It is not necessary people around me know. Now the question is, do I have to expand this hidden self or overcome and share about my thing to other people who are around me, or should I keep it to myself? Tell others, keep it with yourself. If it is not harming you, introspect, take it forward. You can improve them. Ask when the opportunity show them, share it. You can see. Now listen to me first. Many of you are thinking that because I'm hiding it is wrong thing only. No, there may be so many good things also. People around me don't know. Opportunity to improve, no need to improve. You are virginal, be virginal also. Now listen to me. So now should we share it? If it is required, we should share it. Is it okay to keep the hidden self? It's okay. There are some things that I know about me, my strength, weakness, emotion, everything, but the people around me don't know. It's okay if some people don't know. But whenever it is required, you may share it. Here, hidden self, I'm share it when I'm necessary. Here I'm asking it. To overcome the blind self, I will ask. I'll ask others because they know. But here, they don't know, so I will share it. When I will share it, for example, imagine Praveen here. Actually, this Praveen comes to me. Just for example, it is offline class and all. 8:30 class will be over. Now I am just get ready and going to the home. Then I observed that just hypothetically, Praveen is feeling very sad. Then I asked him. Actually, he says, "Sir, the things are not going well with me, sir. I am not able to focus on studies. That this." Okay, Praveen, you don't worry. I have a solution. You meet me Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So Praveen will come to me at 10 o'clock. So I'll take Praveen to recently, like for example, the recent movie of Hrithik Roshan. What is that movie? Hmm, somebody is commenting. Some new movie. Fighter. Okay. So we'll say that okay, fighter movie as a list. So Praveen, come, we'll go. So I took the Praveen to the movie actually, and in the break time we had popcorn actually, and after that we went to the Domino's and we had pizza and everything. Then I told, okay, see, sometimes break is necessary, Praveen. You go home and tomorrow you focus. If focus on studies, everything get well soon. Now, what is my side of the story about Praveen? What happened? See, he is my student. As a teacher, I don't have any responsibility to involve into his personal problems. But I took some time and made Praveen happy, and he felt very happy to go to movie and everything. I am thinking like this, but something else is happening in Praveen's story. First of all, he feel very uncomfortable to go to theater and watch a movie and all. Somehow, just so you know, Praveen may not like Hindi movies at all. Somehow, watching Hindi movies that he doesn't like it. And there are two food items that he ate very much is popcorn and actually pizza. But what is I am thinking is actually that I'm making him happy, but in fact he is suffering actually. So no, what he like or doesn't like, I'm assuming some many times people around us, they think that we want to make other people happy, and they decide what will make us happy. So in that case, what Praveen should do, when I say that we'll go for a movie or something, sir, thank you for your concern, sir, but I would like to say that actually I don't like to watch theater, sir. It makes me somehow that experience is very bad. I don't like it or something. So you should express it. You should share it. Then I will understand. In this way, whenever necessary, please share. If anybody wants you to do anything uncomfortable, wherever required, actually you should tell. Otherwise, what I will think, I'm making Praveen happy. Next week when we get time, I'll take him to another movie and everything. Maybe that is all making me happy. I'm assuming that I'm making Praveen happy, but actually Praveen is facing difficulties, so that should not happen. You invested too much in Praveen. That's okay if you feel well. But here problem is, after all that investment, still Praveen is feeling sad. But he is not able to share, Array sir, what will feel actually if I tell that I did not actually felt happy. In fact, my sadness increased after meeting you. So he should tell in the beginning, or even after that, sir, he can tell. Okay. Now there is unknown self. How to deal with this? What is unknown self? Something about me, I also don't know. Something about me, other people around me also don't know. That's called unknown self. Do I have to deal with this? If I have to deal, how to deal with this? Praveen, are you there? Respond no. You are everywhere. You are only not responding. I think he's really sad. So, with respect to unknown self, Karthik says, sir, we can't do anything. Dudekula says, sir, self questioning. Have your eureka moment and know yourself, then decide whether to tell or not. What is that eureka moment and how to have it, Vedashri? Okay, for Parveen. Impossible to find in others. No, see, this is all the self that I am trying to find. Something about me I would need to discover that even I don't know. There are many things about us that even we don't know, and other people around us, they don't know about us. Now, do I have to overcome the unknown self of me? That is the question. Aniket. Okay, so what is this unknown self actually? Listen to me. So, do we have to find out unknown self? Yes, we need to overcome this actually. We need to find the unknown self actually. How to do this? By experiencing and exploring. Experiencing and exploring. See, the more with respect to this mobile, what are all the benefits of this mobile? I should know. Now I have an option whether to use this feature or not. But there will be many features that I'm buying so many mission, I'm searching for it, but the solution may be inside this mobile only, but I never may not be knowing that. So if I'm a user, it is better to know all the possible features, applications, or the things I can do with this mobile. That is why I suppose I may think that whenever I'm sad, I'll go to movies and feel happy. This may be only but there may be very hundred other things that make me happy that I never tried it. So normally what happens in a human life in the first 25 years, okay, of our life, we have so much of time but no money because parents will give less money. Normally, if you are from a middle class, from the age 25 to 50, we'll have so much of money but no time. We'll get a good job and all salary will be getting, but so busy with family and all, the me time we don't have it. After 50 years actually we have time, but we have time, we have money but no health only to explore. That is why 20s and 30s are the time where anybody is possible. You have to keep this actually thing with you, that you have to experience and explore. Go to the places that you never went, try the things that you never did. It may work. After that experience you will come to know whether it's work for you or not. You should have this focus to experience everything possible, explore everything that is possible. But I know, no, you are getting some doubt. Please put one star mark this actually. You can experience everything that is possible to a human being. You can go to the places, everything that where you want to go, do everything that you want to do, is to check whether you like it or not, whether you are good at it or not actually. But it should be legal. The first thing, that means you should not do anything that is illegal. Second thing, it should not harm yourself or others actually. This is the first thing. Then okay, so these two conditions are there actually. It should be legal. Sir told to experience everything, let me try drugs and see how that experience will be. No, don't do that. So then experience everything, let me try for suicide and see how the experience of suicide will be. No, so you should not harm yourself actually, or I'll cut my veins and check how that experience will be and all. No, don't do any of this. So you should not try to harm yourself, do not harm other people, but follow the legal and do everything that is possible. Because we don't know those who have, like for example, you may be a good singer but you never tried it. You may be a good cricket player that you never tried it. You may be a great football player, volleyball player. You may be a great musician, you may be a great magician, you may be a great singer. You may like to go to the tour that you never went. You may like to stay alone that you never tried actually. You may be good at so many things actually, or bad at so many things. You may like it, you may not like it. It's okay. It's all about experiences. And then you will get a no. So in that way, you can overcome the unknown self. So this concept was given by these two people called Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham, and it's called as Johari window that will help us to improve the self-awareness. Sir, who has the webinar today? Please arrange Sri Lakshmi. I told you to think about 820. The normally the problem with human being is actually we always want something that we don't have now. At least okay, even if it start actually, suppose it will be at 8:30 now, not at 8:20. Why are you worrying now? But still, there is a clarification given by the person itself. Vedashri actually she told, and she is saying that no, today there is no webinar. She has confused. It is some other day. Okay, not today. So clear, Sri Lakshmi ji. Okay, so it is on the 6th of February, I think. Then there is actually, so don't worry, Sri Lakshmi, you are not missing anything. You did not get notification. Yes, you are right, because they did not send notification. Not only to you, for nobody they did not send, because there is no webinar. Okay, now at least those who are worried will calm down. Focus on the Johari window. Their psychologists are waiting and you are focusing on the webinar. Che. Okay, let's we continue ahead and then I'll take the doubts if you have any. So then Johari window is over. So how to do self-awareness? Same thing that we discussed, we'll put it here. You see this, observe this. So first, these two, no focus here. These two are one concept actually, or these two are related. First one actually, okay. So first is the self introspection. That is, I need to spend time alone. So somebody was also asking, sir, what is this upavasa? Upavasa means sitting closer to somebody and doing self introspection. Here, somebody is an imaginary concept, can be called as God in this case. Now, or otherwise also, I can sit in some place and spend time alone in a quiet space and rethink about what is my life, purpose of life. Ask so many questions: what makes me happy, sad, anger, irritation, strength, weakness, and everything. Suppose even you are experiencing new thing, exploring, after 7 days you come back or something, you recall what, how was your experience with different things, what did you like, what you did not like or something. Whenever you are observing all the things actually, do not judge them. When you judge, suppose when I'm talking to a person and this person says that sir, I was earlier working as a sex worker. The moment like suppose he or she says, "Arey, what kind of bad person," I really cannot understand. If I do not want to actually, if I want to really understand that person, I should not judge that person as a good or bad. Like we normally talk to people, somebody say, sir, I takes a bribe or something. But if I really want to understand, I should not judge as a good or bad person. In the same way, for example, like in last 15 days, once again this Rahul has actually asked the help, but I did not do. But Sri Lakshmi asked her some help, I did do it actually. I'm not sure. Arey, for only for boys I'm not helping, girls I'm helping. What kind of bad person I am? No, don't do this judgment. But analyze why I did not help for Rahul. But when Sri Lakshmi asked, I helped her actually. What is that something that actually made me to help her, but not? So I'm getting clarity about what kind of person I'm. Good or bad is keep it later. But to know, you should know the real version of you and do not stop. Like suppose something I did wrong actually. Arey, why did I wrong? Don't think about it. No, but why did I so called something wrong? And that time, just observe. Like in a movie that you are watching, actually, the hero is doing so many things. I should not judge why, why the what kind of bad person. No, just analyze why this hero has done. Now, whatever happened in a 15 days, I'm just observing in a screen actually and trying to understand the lead character. What is that? Why that lead character is doing something. I'm not judging them as a good or bad. I'm not stopping hero from doing anything actually, or the thoughts. I'm just observing this one thing. No, observe your thoughts, words, and actions that you have done, everything. You will get more clarity about you. Second is, so you can ask your friends, family, relatives, actually, coaches, teachers, mentors. They will tell their opinion, but again, you should have a filter and then only take it if that matches with your common sense and logic. And then experience and explore unknown self actually. And you have some internet also. For example, after the class you may try go to Google and type self awareness test. So there are so many website will open actually, links you will get it. And suppose you go to top one, they will ask so many questions about you. And when you share that information towards the end, they will tell, okay, these are the qualities of you. These are the jobs that may be suitable. These kind of partners you may like, everything. To know more details, please pay 600 rupees, or don't pay 600. That is only sufficient, the basic version. You may try the social media. Suppose you dance and put it in YouTube, people will comment and tell you how is your dance. You may express your opinion, they will tell opinion. The medical technologies are also to know about you, but these are not appropriate. They may be very much biased actually. But you should know that it is a continuous process. This Srinivas, 5 years before he was different, today he is different. 5 years after he will be different. And it is that 5 years will not change one day. Every day we are changing little, little, little. Our body is changing, our minds are changing, thought process are changing, everything is changing. So knowing ourselves is also a continuous process. So you said so many things to know, but why I should know? But what are the benefits of actually of knowing myself? That's an important question to ask actually. So discovering who are you today is the first step that you will what you will become tomorrow. If I want to become something tomorrow, first I should know who am I today. Who am I today? When I know about who am I today, actually, first thing, it improves our mental health. It is observed in some people, for example, 25 plus, this person is earning too much of money. Thus, he is getting respect in the society, but still uncomfortable because we never know what we really wanted. And so somebody said you can become actor, and I went to the cinema industry. Somebody said you can become suppose collector to preparing for UPSC exam. No, when somebody said, I analyzed what is really who am I, my strength, weakness, and then anything, and then I take the decision. I feel more confident about it. When I analyze myself, I can understand my weaknesses. If required, I can take steps to improve. I feel uncomfortable to talk to new people. Suppose when I find out, I can work on that. Okay, because I want to become a civil servant. Every day we'll be talking to new people. So start today. I get easily influenced by temptation, but that is not good. Okay, let me work on that. So there are strengths. Okay, there are many strengths I have. Suppose I may be good in drawing, painting, explaining the things in a better way, creating the poems, creative writing. Oh, where can I use this? How can I use that in essay examination actually, or in other ways? So you know how and where to use it. If I know, if I want to make happy, first I should know myself. Without knowing myself, I cannot choose my partner. Normally we say if you get a job, you should marry. No, first you should know about yourself. Only when I know myself, I know what kind of person with whom I should live. We know how to interact with them. So it improves the relationship. And when we choose a job, after analyzing my strength, weakness, attitude, aptitude, everything, and then we work on that profession, it increases our chances in the profession life. These are all the reason why you should focus on self-awareness. In simple, we started understanding what is self-awareness. So knowing our emotions, strength, weakness, like, dislike, purpose of life, what kind of person I was earlier, today and tomorrow, that is all known as this. That is all known as self awareness. What it is, how to do it actually, are related to this. We discussed Johari window, where there is something about me I know, others know, it is fine. There are something about me I don't know, other people know, I can ask them. There is something about me other people don't know, but I know. If required, I'll share it with them. There is something that even I don't know, so experience and explore it. And we discussed how, and finally we discussed why. This is about self awareness. Once again telling, if you ask me any one topic in the real life that can really change your life, is knowing yourself. Before I go to the next slide, any doubts, issues, or concerns you have? Sir, can you show the previous page? Yes, I can show. Parveen says agree. Okay, yes, Parveen. Sir, how to convey our parents that exploration is necessary in this age? You are 21, you are spending your own money, then it's easy to convince. If don't spend your parents' money to explore and experience, then they will scold you. um, you should respect your parents definitely, and it is not necessary that you follow everything that is told by your parents actually also. So maintain that balance. I mostly stop my car when girls or women ask for lift, although I give to boys or men also. but I mostly prefer women. So why so? So Mustaba, I assume is are you male or female? Okay, Mustafa is a male. So I mostly stop when the girls or women ask for lift, although I give to boys or men also, but I mostly prefer women. So when next process, when you do the self introspection, ask yourself actually, because actually, in fact, only you can find the answer to that question because it is about you. Even I tell that very defeat the purpose of self introspection. The one thing about us, only we can find us. Sir, if you make Venn diagram self-awareness within the EI, if we make a half only statement is it. If we make Venn diagram self-awareness within EI, then continue. Uh, One student say, "Why do you give drop to women?" Seeking for a chance. That is the other person opinion, but I'm not saying it actually. So only you have to find out what is that. Okay. Hmm. Can you write if you are? That is your question. Yes, you can write the Venn diagram. Whenever I prefer women, I feel self guilt sometimes that I'm biased or being unethical. That's why no need to feel guilt actually. Just understand. And in fact, don't give actually lift to anybody unless it is really required, because somebody may take advantages of that and create harm also. And sometimes, of course, men or women actually anybody can become a danger also. Sir, I care more about animals than human beings. Some previous Janma connections. Okay, just for fun. Okay, that shows like you love animals and all. That's good actually. Why do the karma do not come back after some time cheat in the relationship? See, karma is a concept related to the belief, and beliefs are very subjective. It doesn't mean that it happens to everybody. Normally people believe that if you do good, good will happen. If you do bad, bad will happen. No, not necessary. Sometimes you do good, good may happen. If you do bad, actually, if you do good, bad may happen. If you do bad, good may also happen. And it's beyond our understanding. Life is not same. Some people work hard actually, but they never get benefits. Some people don't work too much actually, still they will get benefits. So life is very complicated, in this way. There is no one theory that so-called good people will get only good opportunities, bad people will get actually they face bad consequences. In generally nothing like that, it's a belief. Last slide we'll discuss before we take the break, and then I will take the questions actually, because we completed this for the morning batch. And why do the karma? Sir, राज की बात हो तो राज को राज रहने दो. Is it correct? Can you please tell in English so that I may get more clarity? I couldn't understand that, Vivek. Karma comes back, guys. It came to me. I am the proof here. Please do good, or else we will prefer in it hits you at the wrong time. So, as I told you, I am not saying it will not work or not. It is a belief. Sir, I have my theory that these good values are the result of combination of hormones which depend on the genes. Okay, that's your theory. Okay, if it is secret, keep it. So yes, Mustafa, I got it. Sir, I am not able to cry when someone is crying in front of me, even if I am sad too. And this becomes a problem to me many times. See, if somebody is crying, it is not necessary that you should also cry. It's good now somebody at least is strong so that actually he can take other steps related to the situation rather than crying. If somebody is crying and you are not crying, it's okay to not to cry. I am not able to cry when when somebody is crying. It is not compulsory that you should also cry. You sympathize with that person, calm down that person. So if you are not crying, it is not at all a problem. If somebody judges you that you are not crying means you are a bad person, let them judge. That is their problem. That is not your problem, Sakshi. Not crying is strong, not necessarily strong or weak. It is just a choice that is made by the person, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to not to cry. Cry is not a sign of weakness. Not crying is not a sign of strength. Actually, it is just a choice individual that is made, and it depends on the situation. If somebody feels crying, you can cry. If you are not feeling cry, don't cry. People term you as a robo for showing EI. No, you are not a EI is not about not expressing emotion. You are in class. Suppose actually I express so much of emotion. It doesn't mean that I don't have EI actually. So EI is not about not expressing emotion. Expressing emotions in the right way. Then people don't feel you as a robo. Usually, when you interact with the people who have EI, you feel happy. You get confidence. You want to talk to them again and again. That is, you create a charisma around you when you have the EA. Okay, friends, let me discuss last slide. Then I will take any doubts that you have actually, because some people might leave at 8:30. So we'll complete. Then I will also take the doubts. Okay, so if I'm a person with AI, once I know who am I, and those who want to become the civil servants, then you should work on something. One is listen to this for some time. Please focus here for the next 5 minutes. First thing. So once we become a civil servant, there are many factors which try to deviate us from the path of ethics. There are many people trying to deviate us. How they try to deviate? By creating temptations. The money, okay, they may try to give us a money, wealth, sexual favors, or so many things. That is why we should work on self-control. How to do it? Self-control is not something that will come in one day. It is all about everyday tasks that you do. For example, tomorrow you decided to wake up at 4 o'clock. At least for first alarm, you should wake up. And in fact, if you have any important work, if you tell your subconscious mind that I am keeping the alarm at 4 o'clock and I have to wake up, you will be surprised to see that you will wake up at 3:55. So that is at least 5 minutes before the actual alarm rings actually, so that your mind is aware of the time and everything. So like you want to wake up at 4 o'clock, wake up. Fasting is a method of self-control. Some people believe yoga meditation is a method of self-control. Finally, if something is wrong, no matter whether somebody is offer 5 lakh or 10 lakh, is somebody they're ready to give whatever you would like to have it, but you should not do it. That is what you have to work on. One criticism with bureaucrats, many people say, these bureaucrats are not at all open to the new ideas. Whenever a problem comes, they always check what is the law of the land says actually and what my previous officer has done. That's not correct. 21st century problems are new. So we need a new solutions also. Sometimes you need to take some risk actually. If you remember the Prashant Nair in the we have discussed actually, normally to clean the lake and public places, there are some officials will be there, or you give contract to somebody to clean the lake. You give money and they will clean. The problem is over. But what Prashant Nair has done, he invited common people to come and clean. He also participated, and whoever has come as a volunteers from government money, whatever that's supposed to be given for the contractors to clean, he has given to sponsor Malabar biryani to all the volunteers from the government money, and he cleaned it. That was a new idea. And many people criticize, but you should be able to justify. Armstrong Palm, 100-kilometer road actually, he has constructed with actually social media money. People criticize it, but you should be open to the new ideas. Try. Nobody will remove you from the job for doing something good. Nobody will suspend you, but you should ready to justify it. So open to the new ideas. So Prashant Nair is an example. Armstrong Palmer is an example. And another important quality required for a civil servant is always have a constant drive to meet excellence. So that if somebody will say Virat Kohli plays cricket well, SP Bhal Subramaniam was earlier, like suppose he was not there now, he was so sing well. All these people, many other example, Amitabh Bachchan can act well. This did not happen in one day. Every day when they do the work, they were trying to become the better version of themselves. So that says you have to compete with yourself. I may not be able to read better than other people. I may not be able to teach better than other people, but I can always compete with myself. Every new batch I can improve a little, that one day become excellent. Excellent is again an ideal concept, but we should try to become the better version of ourselves. We as a human beings make mistake, but many common people do. Hey, no, I am a correct person. I never do the mistake. No, we as a human being do the mistake. When we know that it is a mistake, accept it. correct it, take the steps not to repeat it. Make sure that you are doing a job that is emotionally rewarding. You are doing a job only for money, definitely you get irritated. An average 8 hours per day, 25 days in a month, 30 plus years in our life, we are doing some job only for money. We normally cannot be an emotionally intelligent person. It is, salary is good, but only salary should not be making you happy. The very process of doing the job itself is emotionally rewarding you. You enjoy this process. Make sure that you will have a sufficient time for me time. There is something called me time. There is something called family time. There is something called office time. There is something called social time. We need to give sufficient time to all these times or all these activities. First one is me time, something that makes us happy. We watching movie, talking to people whom we like, playing music, writing novels, going alone somewhere. So anywhere, once in a day or once in a week, give some time to me time. That something that makes you happy. Family time. We need to give time for the family. Make them happy. You have a responsibility to make your family members happy. Your work, if you are going to a job, office time. If you are a student, study time. You give sufficient time for studies also. Then beyond me and my family and my work, actually there is some society also. Go there, understand the society, spend some time with them, contribute to the society in whatever the way that is possible. That is called balancing the work life and personal life. And once you decided to do the task, actually be self motivated to do. You now you decided, if you are an 18 plus and you decided to prepare for civil service examination, it is not necessary that other force you to do the things that you are supposed to do. See, we are telling videos, please watch the videos, please take the mock test, wake up early, attend the classes properly, prepare well, study 8 4 hours. It is not other factors forcing you. You have to be self motivated to do the task that you want to do. These are the few things about self management. There are many more things about the emotional intelligence. What is self social awareness, relationship management, how to, what is the application or the benefits of this in our life and administration, what kind of questions can come on emotional intelligence. All these things we will discuss when we meet tomorrow. Again, officially the class is over, topics as far as topics, but I'll be here for some more time. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Difference between EI and EQ, that's a good question. I will tell you. See, what is the difference between the EI and EQ? EI means emotional intelligence. It is a quality that you should have. EQ means emotional quotient. EQ is a measure of EI. Measure of EI. Like it is like intelligence I have, but there is a one instrument, one device that will measure how much intelligence I have. That is called IQ, intelligent quotient. Now here the EQ tests are available, emotional quotient test. They will test you whether do I know about myself or not, do I know about the, do I have self-awareness, so self-management, social awareness, or the relationship management. How do I do? With the different tests it can be tried. So measurement of EI is known as EQ, that is emotional quotient. If any questions of you that you have asked earlier and if it is not answered, please ask now. You will get it. Sir, if something is a secret, okay, not crying is strong, not necessary. If I am not able to move on, once people cheat on me, it's being 1 year today. Usually, if something is actually unable to move us, actually, we need to try on ourselves. If we are not able to do at our level, we should always actually consult the counselor. Even like a physical health, suppose I'm having fever, headache, or something, we try some home remedies. If it is not working, we'll go to a doctor. No, same way, our mind is not cooperating for us to do something. Then it is, there is nothing wrong. We can take the help of counselors. Without you, I do not even want heaven. Sri Rama Devi to the Sita. Just another way of expressing the love. Okay. Sir, if something is sacred, okay, difference between AI. Sir, how new ideas related to the self-management? I can't find the link. Okay. See here, we are trying to understand what are the qualities that individual has to improve at individual level so that he or she can become a better civil servant. So one quality required for a civil servant is open into the new ideas. because some bureau, like as a most common people, they don't want to try new things in the life. I'll do whatever my father say, mother say, actually, or whatever the law of the land says. No, but those people who want to become a civil servant, they should be ready to experiment with the new experiment and try the new things. That is one quality required for a civil servant, that you have to try at yourself. That is called as self management. Okay, test understood. Sir, some mine hidden thing I get to know is when I did accident happened in front of me, but I want to help them, but I'm not able to help them, but I'm not because I'm afraid to do. Okay, so you understood finally, and whenever you get opportunity, go and help at least. Thank you, sir. Next point after ethos. After ethos, it is pathos. After pathos, it is logos. But why are you getting doubt now? Ethos means the person who has to persuade, that is usually a person with good credibility, authority, or the self achievement. If that person persuade, it will be better. After that, pathos and logos we have discussed. Sir, if something is secret, does it needs to be secret? Vivek, that depends on, like as I told you, if I have some secret, if I want to share it so that it benefits me or benefit them, then you can share it. If it is not necessary, then you no need to share it. Actually, it is depends on what secret you are keeping, why are you keeping, what happens if you share it with the other person. So based on that, you have to decide. Crying can affect our mental health or not? Yes, it will definitely affect. Actually, any crying, fear, afraid, we are not able to forget anybody. Actually, we are getting anger, irritated. All of this will have a negative impact on us. It decreases our confidence. It will release us some bad hormones. It will have a negative impact on our health. Sir, what is the meaning of your name? I know it is the name of God, but actually, what is Samiksha? My name is Srinivas. Shri means wealth, actually. Shri means Lakshmi, Shri means wealth. Nivasa means a place where Lakshmi resides. In simple, wealthy person, actually. So, that is one meaning of Srinivasa. Sir, if something is secret, okay, my doubt, hope your doubt is answered. Self introspection, upavasa. See, one, there are many interpretation of the word upavasa. One interpretation is upa means closer to, vasa means living, living closer to somebody. Here, I need like normally sit closer to the God and do the self introspection, analyzing myself. That process is known as upavasa. What is semantic as barrier? I don't know, Kumkum. What is that? What is the context? Can you give more details for that? So, should I discuss my thoughts and ideas with family and friends for correction? Dinesh, if it is required, you can share it. If it is required, you can share it. You have to check what happens if I share, what happens if I don't share. You need more clarity and you don't face any negative consequences. And then, if it is beneficial, share it. I think Vivek, I answered your question. If something is secret, does it need to be secret? It needs, I told, if it is required only, it should be shared. Otherwise, you can keep it as secret. So sometimes I know some things, but I'm not able to express them. How can I improve it actually? Can you please? Okay, that's Kamalapal. Please listen to me. Whenever we know something, we should not expect that I should express in a best possible way. You know, I know something, suppose. I should not try that I should express in the best way. Whatever I know, I will express it. I will tell. I just tell, but later I will analyze, okay, how to improve or something, slowly and gradually, stopping us because I don't know a out expression or I want to express in the best possible way. Do not stop, just keep expressing whatever you know. Like, you know, you tell, that's all. Slowly it will improve. Observe the people who have a better expression. Sir, you mean to say that when we do the self management, we are not doing according to others, but on ourselves and the new ideas? Yes, you are correct. We are not doing on others, we are doing on ourselves. We are opening to the new ideas. Should we leave? Yes, Karthik, you can leave. Sir, you mean to say, okay. So, good night, Samiksha. Good night. Thank you. Have a blessed day to all of you. Thank you, Samiksha. Sir, kindly suggest me some measures to wake up early in the morning. Even alarms and repeated scoldings of mom doesn't work upon me. Aniket, that simply says that you are not serious about you. And just that you should know why. There should be something important that you have to wake up. If no reason and simply wake up, no. Like suppose I assume you like to watch movie, like some movie. So what you do, you wake up at 4 o'clock and watch movie. You do something that you love to do after waking up. There should be a strong reason why you wake up early, then you will automatically wake up. So find the reason why you have to wake up. Try this, actually I think it works. I like your Hindi accent, so I'll okay. Thank you, Tanya. So also, sir, I understand all of this, but in exam, how will I write these points? Remember using the mnemonics, or they won't ask this detail. First, as I will tell, knowing the content is your duty. Asking the question is their duty. Taking the mock test and being prepared for any question is your duty. Focus on that. When you understand everything, you no need to remember it. I am not able to handle myself from being cheat in my closest relationship before 1 year. I am not able to move on. So first thing, expecting that everybody around me will be good to me. They will not cheat is only problem. Everybody around us or anybody can cheat us, manipulate us actually, and we should be surprised if somebody is not cheating us. Array, this person has an opportunity, but still he or she did not cheat at means they are great. So we might get cheated. As we always say, if we are not able to overcome, we can consult the counselor, they will help us. I get irritated on some specific person. So for ask actually why are you getting irritated, and then you will find the answer. It so if somebody is their behavior is not good or they think very narrow-minded or something, it's okay. Everybody is there. Why do you expect other person to think the same way that you are thinking? Be the same person that you are actually. Let them be different. Let them be narrow-minded. Let them think in a different way. Try to respect the people for however they are, and try to have minimum expectation from other people. Sir, so sometimes we can't balance both work life and personal life. How to overcome this problem? That's what, just spending time for all the four. Make time. Time is within your control. No, why do you are not able to balance? You don't know what one to be given a priority. So you should see what is important, what is not important. Whatever is not important, eliminate it. Whatever is not urgent, eliminate it. So you will get more time. So whatever is the time required, you spend on that. You are balanced, you are not able to balance means sometimes you have taken so much of responsibilities that you cannot fulfill. So be careful before you take the responsibilities. So some doubts, any other doubts will continue tomorrow, but till now whoever is asked that till 8:40 I will answer. Some other doubts I'm happy to answer tomorrow. Sir, sometimes we can't balance. Okay, thank you, Jai Hind. Okay, you will stay with us, right? I will stay with you till the February 8th. Thank you. Sir, time exceeds when we take it. Sir, time exceeds when we take it. What time exceeds? Okay. Thank you. Okay, sir, good night. Sir, the self introspection, should I write and analysis discuss with them? Self introspection, should I write it and analysis and discuss with them? No, you just self introspection is do within yourself. That's all. Further, if any doubts, Dinesh, I'll discuss with you tomorrow. Yes, I understood, Sushmit. Hope so. We don't know the future. Present is only reality. These are all the class for today. Hope that today's class was beneficial for you. Please revise whatever we discussed, and if any doubts, I'm happy to answer to you at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Hope today's class was once again beneficial for you. Thank you for your cooperation.